Alrighty, welcome everyone to the second semifinal of the day between the Viper in the yellow, of course, and Jordan on the right in the blue. Jordan has picked Incas to open up with, whereas the Viper has gone for Vietnamese. Alrighty. Like I said, probably some weaker-ish civs to start out with. Although either civ, honestly, I say weaker with a big asterisk because they are actually pretty good, pretty decent Arabia civs right there. Vietnamese have looked good this entire tournament, and Incas are a great versatile civ as well. So really, it's just gonna be a great matchup, anyways. Anyways, I'm really excited for this second semifinals, of course, of King of the Desert 4, hosted by Mem, which is going on the main channel as well. But hey, we can watch this awesome game right here, and I have high expectations for this set between the Viper and Jordan, honestly. I have a hard time calling who this is going to win. I mean, I talked at length about this before the set started, but I have no idea. So let's first see how they play, right? As Jordan bringing forward his eagle there, finding some goats, and he's like, thank you for the goats. And Viper already down some food there if he's not careful there. Yeah, that will probably be a lame then. Now, luckily for him, both of his elephants are on the back of his base. So Viper with the freaking map axe here. Look at this freaking base. Beautiful wood lines as well. Nicely spaced out. Back berries, back gold. Both your elephants are in the back of your base. The hunt is in the back of your base as well. The snake's got the map axe once more. I don't know how he does it. But yep. And let's see, let's confirm that this actually is hexed, and that his base isn't significantly, about the same as Jordan's, as he also has 2 secondary golds that are forward. That's, of course, less good, but again, town center right there, very nice. Look at Jordan's base. There you go, forward gold. Now, the wood lines are spaced out evenly. Jordan will bring in his forward elephant, so at least he's not going to get lamed on that account. Foreign wood, because there's probably going to be something with drug, men-at-arm play, something like that. Excuse me. Berries in the back, though, that's kind of nice. And again, both players have very wallable bases, if you look at it. Both players have very wallable bases. Jordan didn't quite find his goat on this side because he went forward to maybe lame. Already got 2 goats out of that one, which will be returning home. As he's splitting them up right now. Is he scouting with those goats? I mean, he's definitely sending them to the right, so Viper won't find them, and take them right back, but... I mean, this goat is going up awfully high, so he might be scouting a little bit, splitting them up to get himself a bit more vision. Why not, right? Why not? Look at the score difference because of that. It's because Jordan scouted, Viper did not. Like, look at the scouting for Jordan, look at the scouting for Viper, right? It's a world of difference there. As Viper, yeah, he did go forward. I wonder, he knows exactly where Jordan is as Vietnamese, Like, normally when people... pick Vietnamese, like the chances that they will lame are pretty significant, right? Because you have that bonus. You know exactly where your opponent is. You're not going to run into their TC, and you don't have to worry about not finding them, before you want to rush. So that's a pretty sweet bonus right there. But that doesn't mean you have to lame, and especially in a game number 1, that might not be worth the risk here. As we have the Eagle and the Scout are running side by side. Looks like Jordan was chasing it now, but yeah, he's not going to get it because the Eagle, of course, is slightly slower than the Scout. Slightly, but still, significantly so. Significant in that it can never catch up. As we have, looks like the health trick there to maybe de-aggro the elephants to a not. So that a villager that wasn't as weak can also get it. It looks like this villager was probably about to die to the elephants. Yeah, Viper saving that. It's a pretty good trick as well. We have a barracks going up right now. I think that's going to be men-at-arms then for the Viper with Incas. As for Jordan... Ooh, no, but Jordan made a drush. So Jordan is not going to go men-at-arms for now then. As Viper now sees this, walls in his wood line. Needs one more quick wall here. No, there's actually a tree right there. Never mind. Very nice. Now sees the drush as well, so he will know what's going on. Thing is, though, none of his main gold yet. And this might be a back gold, but... Again, I always say that back gold is kind of meaningless when your opponent can just walk there. It only takes, like, what, 5 seconds for these militia to get there, so... if you're not walled, it doesn't really mean much. And yeah, Viper will still have to be careful going out to this gold, especially if he wants to get gold for his own militia, which he needs 10 gold if he wants to make 3, and he definitely needs more gold if he wants to get men-at-arms. Now, Viper hasn't clicked up just yet. He's probably going to go out to gold as soon as he can afford it. Of course, didn't have I mean, for the mining camp, which you can right now. All the palisade walls, they're a bit more expensive nowadays, and worse. So yeah, we have this militia going forward now, and I wonder, is he going to get the man-at-armor upgrade, or is it just going to be a feudal age drush, basically? I wonder, as Jordan, yeah, is just going to go to gold, and he's going to get some archers out of his own. Very nice. Now, in a matchup between Vietnamese and Incas, I mean, Vietnamese do have the better archers overall. They get more HP on their archers after all, so that's pretty sweet. But Incas, of course, can always add in eagles, which Vietnamese, again, they have fully upgraded infantry, so that's, again, a very good option that they could go for, but countering eagles, nevertheless, always a challenge. As the Viper, he knows exactly where the TC is, so he should not, under any circumstance, run into that. That should not be able to happen. If that happens, that is that doesn't look good for you as a pro player. With Vietnamese, at least. As Jordan, who spots the drush, but it's just slightly delayed, can't get the berries walled in, so the villagers have to abandon that. That's good for the Viper there. Another bunch of quick walls necessary here on the wood line, which Jordan did get up. So again, no damage done here on this side. At the same time, Jordan is just trying to get the barracks down, which again, will have more HP now as well, so it's going to take a while. And the Viper doesn't care. Is going to drop an archer range as well. You know, this is no surprise, of course, right? If the enemy is going archer, let's see what Jordan is doing. Dropping an archer range as well. Walling in his villager so that it cannot get hit by the skeleton. This is pretty important because you do not want to get this archer range delayed. It's already being built by only one villager. And it's, again, it's delayed slightly here as he had to build all these wall foundations a little bit so the militia can't break through. As archer range should go up, but okay, this one was pretty weak. What about this one? You might as well finish them at this point. Yeah, so a slight lead there for Viper then, because now he will have his archer range up first, and of course the first archer is about to come out to deal with these militia and this eagle. Of course, before fletching, it should be careful around this eagle, of course, because the eagle has 2 pierce armor at the base. Now, Eagle Scouts aren't that great though, because they only have so little pierce armor. You really need to get Eagle Warriors. That's a better upgrade right there. And when the archer range does go up, Jordan making his own archer as well right now. Very nice. And he's also going to try to get his wall, his base walled up a little bit more. Seeing a wall on the left, probably wall on the left down here as well. The front of his base can be walled. Viper not going for a lot of walls right now. He's getting his farm count up at the same time. Already 9 farms for him. A gate wall is fails, but it would have been a nice block if he could have gotten it up there to block the militia and allow the archers to get the kills. Jordan now not on as many farms as the Viper is, so the Viper's economy is looking a lot better here than Jordan's economy does. That said though, Jordan has more military in the field than the Viper does. But that's also because of the militia, so that doesn't really count. Jordan running away with the militia. Viper's not going to chase that. It's only 2 militia. That's not really worth your time. Although again, don't tell Winchester that, because he'll tell you that, yeah, as long as I have 2 militia and a scout alive, I can still kill your villagers. I can still kill your vills. Eagles coming forward here for the Viper, but Viper happening to spot that with his army there is going to push them away for now. Put some more archers. It's 8-8 military. But again, 2 of that is a drush. So yeah, a defunct drush to be exact. Now already 16 on food here for the Viper. How many farms is that? 13 farms. Looking swell right there. Looking really swell. And also loving the farm layout. Look how perfect that is. That is how you place those farms. The shuriken farms, as I like to call them. As Jordan is, he's also getting his farm count up slowly here. It's, let's see, 11 farms for him, so he's slightly behind. So you'd expect Viper to have a better castle age here. You can immediately tell that the level of aggression between these 2 players is significantly lower than it was last set. You know, between Leary and Winchester. Like, these 2 players are, you know, they're both more known as, like, macro/strategy players. You know, very good decision making. 7 out of 10 strategy, of course, but still. Man, that is still funny. That is still so freaking funny. It's such a meme, though. Whoops. 7 out of 10 strategy. Gotta love it. I think that number will be a bit higher for the next Red Bull Wololo, if there ever is going to be one. I think it is the end of the Red Bull Wololo saga, unfortunately, but still. Yeah, as Jordan, keeping his army at home, now pops out and is like, let's go have a fight. Of course, Jordan has this nice little hill in the front of his base. As long as he controls that, that is a very nice hill to have. Of course, if you lose it, now that's a different story. Siege on top of this hill will do bonus damage versus these buildings, so these will go down very quickly. As Viper, yeah, with his better economy, clicks up first, and Jordan has had to sell his stone here, and he still hasn't clicked up either. So it's not too hot for Jordan right now. Viper's slightly ahead there in the eco. One thing though, Viper is slightly behind in Vilcon. At least one villager because of the ILTC time. Did he get Town Watch as well? No, he did not. He did not get Town Watch. He did get, however, Wheelbarrow. So that definitely accounts for at least 3 villagers as well. So at least 1 villager unaccounted for. What is that for? Did someone forget Loom or something? I mean, I can't imagine that anyone would forget Loom here. Nah. I mean, I feel embarrassed for even checking that, honestly. Must have been a little bit of a discrepancy then in the Vil count, maybe. Oh, it's because he clicked up earlier. There you go. There you go. That's where the villager came from. It's because he clicked up about 30 seconds before, or about 20 seconds before Jordan. That right there is a villager as well. So that will just even out as soon as Viper reaches Castle Age. Viper slowly getting his archer number up. It's 10 archers on the field for him, only 6 for Jordan. And so Jordan making more skirmishes, maybe signaling his intent to maybe not make a whole lot of crossbows then, or what is the plan? I don't know what Jordan plans to do here. So we have Viper making it into the back of Jordan's base here. Jordan's house walls, of course, are not going to save him against the archers here. Archers, which will be crossbows in a second as well. Denying the wall there, and also first eagle kill for the Viper, which is probably a villager right there. Yeah, there's the body. A villager that was walling this up, you know, trying to keep Jordan safe, but and now he's not safe at all because it will be crossbows in a second as soon as Viper can afford that upgrade. He's gonna get the wood upgrade and Bodkin arrow first. Alrighty. Let's see. Well, yeah, now Jordan has to abandon his wood line a little bit there because of these archers there. Another wood line that could be that would have to be abandoned if the archers make it there, especially when he is expecting crossbow to be in any second. The archers, they have nowhere to go. There's enough skirmishes here to deal with this though. Bodkin arrow on these skirms as well. They especially need the armor upgrade, especially there to survive against the crossbows. Now it is crossbow. Let's see what Jordan is going to do. Jordan is a little bit on the back foot. Now going to run with the skirmishes as well. And Viper putting a lot of pressure on Jordan right now. Jordan losing a bunch of archers in the front of his base. Ay, Jordan. Ooh, that's not good. Viper looking strong. Viper is looking strong right now. As little groups of army patrolling all around Jordan's base. You know, this freaking militia is still alive, pushing away these freaking skirms. As Jordan wants to go back to his wood line, but no. There's crossbows here more than last time. The crossbows in the back of Jordan's base are still alive. He's getting the elite skirm upgrade right now, but only has, well, actually has 9 elite skirms on the field. At the same time, there's a crossbow on the left as well. Viper putting on a lot of pressure. And look at the worker efficiency for Jordan. 47% only. That is really low. That is really low worker efficiency. It just means that the villagers were not working half the time. It's yeah, that's really good. And Viper still microing a little bit on the back as well. But yeah, again, I mean, this is not really Viper style anymore. He's not going to micro this any more than is necessary. So yeah, I mean, you shouldn't, right? It's better to use your speed. Use your speed to macro behind this. Of course, Viper's economy is untouched as a result of this. Now sees the elite skirm, sees the +2 on it, and I wonder if Viper's maybe thinking maybe adding a stable or trying to go for some siege. Maybe. What's the plan? Has walled of the left side. I like this. I like that. Taking some more control of the left side for yourself. Some save stone, save gold now. Town center save. Good stuff. This army is still over here hanging out. Jordan, he's done with getting raided in his wood line, so he's like, no thank you. He's going to drop an a town center on that wood line. Of course, that does not keep you safe against archers necessarily. They can still range your villagers after all. Yeah, Viper keeping his crossbow safe has gone all the way around, and I wonder if he's going to try to break into Jordan's base on the left side now. We'll have the hill as well, so it should be fairly easy to break through the palisade walls. And there he goes. I mean, fairly easy, not like insta-kill, right? As Jordan now spots that and is bringing back his skirmishes, but Viper making his own skirms is going to cut off the way here. Now, Jordan's skirms are better. They have one more Pierce Arbor as well, but they still have to contend with Viper's crossbows here. As Viper losing a crossbow to a skirmisher. Not taking a whole lot of damage here, but yeah, Viper. He's going to go to 3 town centers now at town center on stone as well, so he probably wants to get a castle up at some point here. Looking pretty good here. It's 49 villages for him, 41 only for Jordan, and Jordan only now getting wheelbarrow as well. So yeah, that does even it out a little bit, I guess, but still, that is a 9 villager lead for the Snake right now. As Viper still wants to push into the middle, but yeah, Jordan is wise that now, you know, he's been able to get his army back into position. So Viper will probably just run away here and go look for damage elsewhere. Jordan is waiting in sight on a hill. Viper sees this, like, snipes a crossbow as well, and it's like, okay, that's enough damage for me. That's enough damage for me, let's go. Jordan patrolling on the right side of his base to try to see if there was another group of our crossbows from Viper there, which there was actually, but Viper has pulled that back wisely. More and more units massing to the front now. It's 27 military in the field for the Viper. Only 14 on the field for Jordan. So Jordan is slightly behind in that regard as well. But it's mostly the villagers that hurt a lot as well. This Viper. And this is the beauty of Viper's play. He does what he does. And you could call it greed, but you could just call it Viper booming. He adds economy and he just doesn't let you punish him. He just doesn't allow you to punish his eco. And that is the strength, the real strength of Viper, I would say. Like, whatever he does, he just doesn't let you punish him. And Jordan has been stuck in his own base, hasn't been able to counterattack at all. To Viper, which just been adding eco, has a much more efficient economy as well. Killing some more villagers here and there, and look at the eco kitty. It's 10-0. That's crazy. It's crazy. Jordan is on 2 town centers, and yet he is 16 villagers behind. That's insane in like mid-castle age. Look at that army count for Vipers, just growing and growing. It's just so little that Jordan can do to punish this. And now Viper, yeah, bringing forward. And Mangonel has built a siege workshop at home defensively, but that doesn't mean he can't come forward with those Mangonels. And Jordan's going to see that, and is going to have to run away from that with his skirmishers. Close. Very close. So yeah, Jordan is going to have to run away in his own base now. And that's the thing. You're still just making skirmishes against this. You know, you're not even pushing forward. Another siege workshop now going up here for Jordan to defend himself. That's probably a very important as well. There's more skirms going down right now. And Viper just barely loses any units here. So few kills for these skirmishers. And so many kills for the crossbows and skirms in tow. And now you've got a big ball of archers in your base. Now the siege workshop is up. So Jordan can at least defend himself with his own mangonel. But it's not looking too good for the German player here. He's on the back foot for now. He's going to have to macro his way out of trouble here. And he's going to go to another town center down here on the other side. And he can't really farm around this DC, but that doesn't matter. At least it's safe on a wood line. That's probably important. Especially since the front of Jordan's base is no longer that safe. And that's a problem because that is where his gold is. Yeah, that is a big problem. Where is Jordan taking gold right now? If he can't go to this gold, it's he doesn't have gold. Period. I mean, he's making mostly trash, but... yeah, I mean, Viper's playing this so well, though. He's playing so strong. Like, if anyone had any doubts about Viper at the start of this tournament, I mean, this should have been taken away by now, but how strong he's been playing here. And gets the kill as well from the hill. Really nice. Jordan says, GG, well played. He just recognizes that this has been absolute domination from the Snake there, taking the first game without taking any damage whatsoever, with Vietnamese as well. Very well played by the Viper. I mean, it's not like Jordan was playing bad at all, but he just couldn't do any counter damage. He couldn't do any damage to Viper. Not only was Viper just booming on 3TCs, he was also the one with the military pressure, fighting against the counter unit most of all as well, you know, adding in some skirmishes of his own as well, but hitting the wood lines, you know, with his crossbows and running away, keeping his numbers alive. And that is the key to playing archers. You need to keep your numbers alive as good as you can. That is the key. And bringing forth some mangonels, yeah, exactly, dominated. This is what you call a stomp, right? Like, and not to be mean to Jordan. I mean, he said he recognized himself. He said, "GG, well played," because it was well played, really well played. You know, that is just the absolute peak form of AoE, when you can do whatever you want and you stop your opponent from countering you. Now that's peak playing right there, and that's what Viper is really good at. He's really good at that. Like, if there's anything, one common denominator in all the sets that I've casted from Viper is that it's really difficult to kill the snake. It's really difficult to even damage the snake. Like, I remember this game between MBL and the Viper, and MBL also went incast. He went forward with towers, everything, and Viper lost one villager, and then just went fast aim and started castle dropping MBL. The dude just won't die, or take damage. It's not even cockroaching. It's fine. It's very frustrating, I should imagine, to play against. You have to make it really messy against the Viper, so he can't keep control over the game like that with his 7 out of 10 strategy, that's maybe key. So let's see how messy Jordan can make it. Of course, Jordan is pretty good at the strategy / macro play himself. So I mean, this might just be a first game fluke a little bit. Next game Jordan might come right back with strong plays of his own. We will see. There's only game 1 of a best of 7 after all, but it wasn't a very close game this time around. Look at that KD as well. And remember, for the longest time, Jordan was making a counter unit to Viper. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, elite scrims are always feel a little underwhelming against archers compared to like pikemen against knights. Like, pikemen absolutely wreck cavalry, if you get enough of them. Not so much for the elite scrims. I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same. I mean, it's not like pikemen are a great trash unit either, but still, at least feels like you're actually doing damage. Where for the elite scrims, it's alright, I guess, but still not really OP. Also, just saying, like, Viper, yes, he had a better economy for most of this compared to Jordan, but I think the efficiency of Jordan's economy was tanking as well. I mean, 48% efficiency is not very good, and that's just because of the pressure from the Viper. You keep having to move bills around. That doesn't count as work time after all, so yeah. I love how both players are basically around the same level, and also 100 average APM. So these two players, basically all players in the semifinals, are really fast players overall. GG. Let's go to the second game. Whoops. Sometimes I get stuck on my own words. You probably noticed that. It happens, of course. It happens. You try talking for 10 hours, you'll know what I mean. At some point your brain starts melting and you won't be able to. It will be really difficult to make coherent sentences. Update the scoreboard as well, and now let's go into the second game, if I can find it. And yes, I can. And there will probably be some spec delay, and if there is some spec delay, then we will be able to look at the draft for a second if you so desire. And oh, no spec delay. Alright, well, never mind. I guess we go from 90 seconds of spec delay to 0 seconds of spec delay. Gotta love the consistency, man. Gotta love the consistency. Anyways, welcome to the second game here between the Viper and Jordan. The Viper getting a very impressive win here in the first game, and Jordan, of course, is looking to counter that. It is Britons for the Viper, and it is Khmer for Jordan. Now, Jordan has gone Khmer before, likes to spam light cav and knights here, so let's see if he can make it work with a cavalry civ here against the Viper. And the snake is gone for Britons then. A very strong Arabia civ, so definitely not one you want to lose with, because that's I mean, that would be a waste. I mean, giving Britons to Leary should be a win, especially on Rebel Wollo, because he has a 10 out of 10 win rate. That's crazy. Anyways, but yeah, between Britons and Khmer, I think I definitely favor Britons. Between Khmer and between them and so. But Khmer have mobility. That's one. Two, Khmer encapsulates, if they can go all in knights, is something that could overwhelm the British player if Viper tries to boom again, right? Which Viper very well might. Go to multiple town centers again as... Wait. Are you seeing these birds as well? What's going on? What are they doing? They're like bumping into one another as well? What? I'm supposed to be talking about this game. Why are you guys messing up my sky? The vultures are all confusing as well. The hawks are following as well. They're just like, what's going on? They are patrolling. Yeah, they must be. I mean, if you look at Gaia's point of view now, let's see if I can select one of them. There you go. Look at Gaia's point of view. They really are patrolling the middle of the map. They really want to know, like, who's coming through the middle here. They might be stuck in a loop here for a while, honestly. They might get stuck in a loop here, honestly. Like, at some point, they might spread out, but I think they're stuck. You know, if T90 and Dave are casting this right now, you want to bet that Dave is, like, all over these birds right now? Want to bet? I'm pretty sure. He's probably going like, oh, look at the birds, T90, look at the birds. If he has noticed it, that is. Okay, well, we're not going to watch this the entire game. We'll just keep an eye out if it's still happening or not. But what is going on? These freaking birds. I swear to God, it's hilarious. Man, I should be paying attention to the game. What's going on, actually? Looks like... Oops, got a little bit of lag there. We didn't even look at their base, actually. Wow, Viper actually has a really open base. If he had map hacks last time, not so much this time around. Open on the front and his main gold and berries, of course, for it as well. So this is a completely different kind of base. And this is not a base that you like actually if you are an archer player, because you kind of do want to wall and keep yourself safe. We're still going on. As for Jordan, though, if you look at his base, his wood lines are forward, but he does have two, well, wood lines, pond wood lines. Again, that's, I mean, how many ponds does Viper have? He definitely has two as well, but that's way more wood on this wood line than Jordan has. Like, that's, yeah, I think the amount of trees should always be the same. It can't be that one player has more wood than the other. That shouldn't, like, that's, I mean, I understand that it's part of, like, adapting as well, but, you know, but not in Arabia. It's supposed to be fair like that. You know, like, if it's going to be the most even map, it should be the same amount of trees. So, yeah, this pond can be bigger than this one. That's not really fair to Jordan, because now he basically has one good wood line, and this one is kind of far out there. So, yeah. And it's very open on the left as well, so that's not really a lot of wood to expand to. Has berries on the back, but the gold is forward and also right next to a place that is going to be difficult to wall because of this. And these freaking birds are still patrolling. That's hilarious, though. Let's see, both players clicking up here, and I wonder Viper also clicking up. Is he gonna go for some scouts? Khmer Scouts versus Britain Scouts. I mean, of course, Britons do build that barracks, right? Something that the Khmer player is not going to be doing here, so you can get a faster uptime. The thing is, though, you want a spearman on the field, and I don't think you want to be losing a scout war against Britons, you know, with no bloodlines on their cavalry. Not very good. Now, Viper, I mean, if he's gonna go scouts, is he gonna go scouts? No, he's not gonna go scouts. Look at that, that's what I thought. I would have been surprised if he did. No, it's just going to be 19 pop archers here for the Viper there. This makes more sense than going scouts against Khmer, because that's not something you can win, honestly. In the end, the Khmer player, he'll just get upgrades and overwhelm you with better scouts. You know, something that Britons cannot do. Yeah, this makes more sense, this. Of course, it is going to be scouts for. Oh wait, hang on a second. No. It's not going to be scouts for the Khmer player. He's dropping at a mining camp right now. Probably saw Viper was in a mining camp, and I guess Jordan also not going to make scouts then. Walling in his villages in the gold. Now, this keeps you safe against melee units, but Viper is not going to make melee units. So this actually is not. Like, I mean, it's smart. But if archers make it here and you cannot defend yourself, you have to delete the mining camp to let these villagers out. Otherwise, you're down 2 villagers. So, just saying, against a ranged opponent, that might not be the best call. Because you need to be able to evacuate your villagers. Otherwise, you just can't. You know what would actually be a better use of that space? Dropping a tower right there, because it can't be rushed down by melee units. It's protected by the goal. Of course, it kind of blocks your villages as well, but again, unraidable. As looks like Jordan's gonna wall up a little bit more. Of course, now that he goes for archers himself, he won't have as much mobility as he would have had with scouts. So yeah. And of course, you know Viper wants to be all over you with archers once more. That's what he did last game. It's probably what he's gonna do this time. And Jordan also probably anxious to wall to the edge of the map, honestly, to get some more wood lines for himself. It's only one safe wood line back here, but at least then these wood lines become safer, right? It's good. Now, one thing with commerce, something that Jordan couldn't do last time. One thing with commerce that you can hop into your houses, right? 5 villagers per house, so you can save your villagers. So what you would do is you build a house right on your wood line, so that these villagers, at least 5 of them, can hide in that house, and that's a great strategy as well. Now Jordan moving out with his military. We had a little scout engagement between the Viper and Jordan, but yeah, the Viper seems to have gotten the better of that one. Yeah, Viper's not going to run away. Seeing Jordan's army as well, knowing that Jordan's army is not terribly large, is opening with skirmishes himself. Interesting. Look at this. This is also really interesting. The Viper pushing across the map, right, with skirmishes right through the middle. So Jordan, if he's going to push out himself, he will run into these skirms. Whereas the archers are brought around sneakily. Because they want to go sneaky to the gold. And like I said, if the archers do manage to get to the gold and your army is busy microing over here, you're going to have to delete your mining camp or lose 2 villagers. Whichever you think is worse. I think deleting the mining camp is probably the better option between the two. Because those 2 villagers can still be sent to wood and then chop 100 wood and repay it the cost of keeping them alive, you know. But if the villagers die, they will never be able to get any resources. Yes, Viper still holding this up. Right, the archers right now difficult to see because it's yellow. Now what Viper's trying to do, he's trying to make Jordan leave this gold. He wants Jordan to not be on this gold. Jordan doesn't know that Viper is there, by the way. He wants Jordan to leave this gold and chase this army. That's what he wants. That's what Viper wants. Because as soon as Jordan does that, right? As soon as Jordan does that, the archers will swoop in on the back. Or not, hitting the berry stand instead. That's also pretty smart. And Jordan not going to lose any villages to that. He's going to hide them into his house. And now Jordan will know that Viper had a sneaky army on this side. So now he knows what the archers are. That's probably something that he was worried about. Archers sneaking around in the back of his base. Yeah, Jordan still keeping control of this gold. Again, this hill is very crucial for Jordan to control. He has to control it. Like a castle on this hill at some point will be nice. Maybe you can't TC this hill. Maybe TC over here. Yeah, some buildings on top, houses to block the Viper from getting his own buildings there, or siege. That could be good. There's some micro plays in the middle. Very nice micro there from both players. If they both lose their scouts, or no, actually it's Viper just losing his. Jordan still has his alive. So let's see, we have the archers from Viper going down to a skirmisher. Very nice. He's looking over the bodies as he's contemplating his decision to join a medieval kingdom. I mean, if you're not gonna be okay with killing other human beings, you should probably not join a medieval army. That's probably not the best career choice right there. Jordan controlling both of these little hills, patrolling in between of them, and Viper is trying to patrol uphill as well. You know, trying to get as many hits in as they can. Neither player really losing any units here. Jordan with a slightly lower mass here. I mean, it definitely leads to lower HP as you can see. It's only 7 skirmishers for him and 8 for Viper plus 2 archers. So yeah, Viper definitely has the military lead right here. But Jordan that's a scout, so that's not a counterattack. Never mind. Looking at the food count though. That's 690, 700 food there for Jordan. So Jordan about to click up with his awesome food economy, dropping another archer range. So it's going to be crossbow then. Crossbow or elite skirm in the next stage. I should think elite skirm actually, because if you're doing crossbow, you're just doing something. You're doing the same thing as Britons do, except you do it worse, right? So, you know, as soon as this ball of archers begins to grow, that's when it gets scary. So being able to make a elite skirm to then counter that, keep that ball of archers as small as possible. Small balls aren't very impressive. Yeah. I knew what I was doing there. I knew what I was saying there. Don't worry. Yeah, look at that archer armor upgrade coming in as well. More skirmishers coming out. So yeah, Jordan's going to defend himself with skirms once more here. And unlike the last time, Viper hasn't been able to pressure Jordan to the point where Jordan is completely overwhelmed, right? Jordan will be wise to that this time. He will know that's a possibility. You know, Viper still wants to hit this gold. You know, he knows those 2 villagers are trapped there. We can kill them. We can kill those. But it is Jordan who is going to be up in 1 minute, and Viper only clicking up now. He did get wheelbarrow though, something that Jordan did not get, which also slowed down his castle time a little bit. You know, it makes his economy more efficient as well. As you will see, the number for Viper will probably go up higher, whereas the number for Jordan should go lower, at least in theory. In theory. But better, because otherwise what good is wheelbarrow, huh? Nah, it's still good. It's still good. Yeah, Viper again, because Jordan did wall on the right side, has been house walling all of this as well, you know, keeping this absolutely safe so nothing could ever get through. As yeah, Jordan coming in right now with the skirmishers, killing a lot of these archers. Well, this is exactly what you want to be doing, just thinning out the numbers as much as you can. Elite skirm coming in, Buck and Arrow coming in, and the armor upgrade will come in as well at some point after the wood upgrade, I should imagine. And Viper is losing a lot of army here. Jordan looking good here. I mean, Britons, they're a very strong civ, but they are one-dimensional. If they can't do the one thing that makes them strong, they're actually not that great of a civ. Like, what else are you going to do with Britons beyond archers? You're going to go infantry? Don't think so. You're going to go cavalry without bloodlines? Yeah, that's kind of tricky. So, I don't know. As Jordan dropping a TC now all the way out here on a wood line and on gold, so that's far away. That is rather far away, but at least it will keep the left side of your base a little bit secure if Viper wants to sneaky around there. And Viper dropping a TC instantly on the gold, also dropping a siege workshop to defend himself against these elite skirms because he needs some mangonels or scorpions or something like that. As the elite skirms are making their way through the gate, but the town center, a panic TC if you will, has gone up, and that should keep the left side of Viper's base perfectly secure. Yeah, Jordan's not going to dive these TCs, I should think. Although he could, right? He could. It's skirmisher. They have 6 pierce armor. That's pretty good. Pretty good. They don't take that much damage from a TC, which only has, yeah, exactly, 7 damage right there. Scorpion out. Yeah, Scorpions, if the skirmishers ball up like they do over here, Scorpions do really well because they hit multiple units that are adjacent after all. Got some crossbows on the way. Exactly. See, there comes the sneaky army from the Viper. And Jordan knew that. He knew that. So he has some TC for vision. And of course, he won't be able to see these crossbows before the crossbows can even see him. See, there you go. La 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 la. Oh, there you are, Viper. And now Viper sees that and he's like, ah, crap. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I'll be out of here. No worry. I wasn't going to do anything. I wasn't going to do anything. I was just getting a beer or something. So Viper's just going to run away with the skirmishers. Wow, double kill at the same time. That was a perfectly symmetrical kill as well, except the blood wasn't symmetrical. Oh, that's unfortunate. This guy had a different blood stain. Different blood stain. Oh, yeah, so Jordan's just going to defend on the left. It's attacking on the right as well, where Viper has dropped another TC. But of course, the TC, again, doesn't shield you from ranged attacks because they can still hit you from a distance. So Viper, oh, instant reaction, man. Instant reaction. Instantly pays attention to the minimap. Sees the blue. You know, you keep your eye perched on the minimap. Like, where's Jordan's army? You see the blue and bam, bam. There go the villagers. It's really strong. Again, eco KD of 0. Oh, and just as I say that, just at the very moment that I say that, villager goes down. Just caster things, man. It always happens. Always freaking happens. I don't know what that is, man. I never knew how real the caster's curse is. Going both ways, by the way, till I started casting myself. It's crazy. I mean, I don't mind so much, honestly. It's totally fine, you know. Whatever happens, you know. It's just so coincidental. It keeps happening over there. So yeah. As Viper losing another village there to Jordan. Yeah, he snipes another one. Very nice. Viper now defending himself with a Scorpion in the wood lines. It's very nice. Jordan is going to have to run away here. Same time, a mangonel on the front to get rid of these skirmishers. And the question is, what is Viper going to do? What is Jordan going to do? Well, Viper still making crossbows. He's on 2 archery ranges, which work faster. So his archer ball is going to grow bigger and bigger as time passes. Of course, the siege is going to make it more difficult for Jordan to engage here. So Jordan getting his own siege workshop now to maybe go for his own archers. He has a lot of gold in the bank, and the food economy should start to get better as well as he's dropping more TC. It's 3 town centers now, yeah, for Jordan, as he's walling a little bit over this side, keeping yourself a little bit safe. It's just, it's a good thing, as Martha Stewart would say. Nice mangonel shot there for the Viper, getting good value there as well. 4 skirmishers going down there for Jordan against 1 crossbow. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. You know, I should imagine that the Briton player probably wants to get a castle up there and push into Jordan's economy. Even a castle right here, if you can get it up, that would be really good. But of course, that shouldn't get up. Shouldn't. Maybe at the end of a great fight. If anything, I think Jordan should castle that. Now, Jordan is not me using a whole lot of gold. There's only 5 villages on gold, so his boom should be better. He's on 73 villages right now, 75 for the Viper. So the vill count is rather similar, but of course, Jordan will have more villages on food, whereas Viper, on wood, I guess, whereas Viper will not have that that luxury because he needs to keep a lot of vills on gold as well. Nice shot there for Jordan, getting one of the mangonels for the Viper. Viper shooting on the skirmishers, gets another shot there. Lots of these skirms are kind of weak here, and again, it's crossbow versus skirmisher, the de facto counter to crossbows. Yes. Question is, what is Viper going to do? And this is our answer. He's going to get another town center and boom a little bit more, also on stone as well, so you can maybe get a castle up. A castle over here would be nice defensively, right? To just stop Jordan from pushing through this little corridor, as you can see. You know, Jordan still keeping himself safe with some skirmishes, lots of mangonels as well. Viper shot on the mangonel, gets the hit, but of course it's uphill, so you can't kill it. And oh, how Britons are annoying with their extra range in castleites, isn't it? Oh, so close. That was a really close. That was too close to come for confidence. Viper does not save his mangonel, and Jordan can push this archer army right back. And Viper, again, is struggling a little bit against these skirmishers right here. This time around, there's a lot of skirms on the field. Britain range is not going to save you where you can't kill your opponent's units easily. Yeah, Viper's just microing away and trying to get outside of the range of these skirmishers, right? Get out of the range of the skirmishers and then shoot back. That's his plan. But he's yielding a lot of valuable terrain here to Jordan, who is happy to push forward here. 92 villages for him, 96 for the Viper, who is getting... Ooh, cavalry armor is dropping a stable right now, but you don't want Jordan to see that. But I think Jordan did see the stable now, so he knows, okay, a knight might come out in a second here. Let's see what Jordan's reaction is to that. Oh yeah, stable of his own, because he's like, if you're gonna spam knights, I'll show you what a real knight spam looks like. Because Jordan, of course, has bloodlines and, of course, farms that instantly drop off. But look at the resources for Jordan. You see the resources for Jordan? Hasn't spent a whole lot of gold this entire game. Yep, there he goes. Boom, there he goes to the next stage, and it might be Cavalier, Hussar, Light Cav, anything from the Khmer player. Has 95 villages as well, which is pretty good. Let me get back to this video as well. Now, he didn't have a lot of idle TC time doing that because he was idling his TC to get the food for the Imperial Age upgrader. So, oh, Viper taking a big shot on the crossbows there. Ay. That is not good for the Viper at all. Military count is significantly higher for Jordan now. Does lose his mangonel, but after that giant shot, I would not be complaining about that. And Viper, only 17 crossbows on the field, and Jordan is about to hit Imp and come in with the Hussars. Come in with the Hussars, or even the Cavalier if he really wanted to. Like, there's no reason not to make Cavalier, honestly. Well, he doesn't have to have a lot of gold right now. Didn't have a lot of gold to begin with. See the Viper dropping a defensive castle now on the right side of his base to keep this gold safe, keep the right side of his base safe on stone as well. Keeping yourself safe, that's the key with Britons. Because again, Britons, it's difficult to push. It's hard to get pushed as well, but the thing is, you want to push through the middle, the shortest direction to your opponent, and just push with a death ball. The only problem is, the Viper doesn't really have that death ball of archers right now. He only has, it's only 16 archers. That's not a whole lot, honestly. It's not a whole lot. As Viper, recognizing that Jordan has gone imp as well, is going to click up himself, has idled a little bit, keeping himself safe on the right. So again, the Viper is not dead here. He's not dead. He's going to be up to imp in 2 minutes as well. Jordan's going to get there significantly faster, of course, but that doesn't mean that Jordan can kill Viper in the meantime, as Viper's dropping more stables now. I think he wants to go for some light cap in tandem with his crossbows. I can't imagine Viper wants to go for Cavalier here. Which Britons they do get the full upgrade of armor upgrades on their Cavalier as well, but the lacking bloodlines is a big deal there. As Viper, yeah, is going to drop a castle on his hill on the other side, keeping himself ultra safe, and that is really smart. Really smart, still making crossbows, that will be Arbalest in the sack, a light cav coming in, yep, that's a great counter unit against the skirmishers as well. And the question is, what is Jordan going to do beyond light cav and skirm himself? Because he's not going to make Arbalest, I don't think so. Because he could make light cav. You only missed Thumb Ring, which is, it's a fairly important upgrade, I would say, for CA, right? It's fairly important. Castle will go up for the Viper, and I think this is going to go late. This does not look like a game that will be resolved in the next 5 minutes. At least that's not what I think. Unless Viper gets a snowball, a snowball of death push through the middle, which I don't think so. So yes, the light cap about to come in as well. There you go, light cap, kapow, and now they will be able to kill the mangonel. Viper tries to go for a shot and doesn't get anything. It's better than. I mean, you might as well try, right? Might as well try. Anyway, Viper and Imp can get his Arbalest upgrade. Immediately has more range on his crossbows as well. As you can see, 5+4. Already far outranging any other crossbows, and especially these skirmishers as well. Which are fully upgraded, by the way. They're fully upgraded. They have all the upgrades that you could use. So again, this is difficult for Britons, as Jordan now finding out the hard way that, in fact, there is a castle here. There is a castle here. As Jordan is making a lot of light cap right now. At the same time, we have a Scorpion raiding over here, but that's gonna be taken care of. There you go. Jordan? Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay, it was just a second too early there. Jordan dropping a castle on his gold right now on this hill. It's a really nice position as well. Light cap coming out for the Briton player, but again, no bloodlines. Do have the final armor upgrade, which is kind of important. You know, it means that these skirmishers do 1 damage to your light cap. Which, even with low HP, that still means to do quite well there. Yeah, it's an important upgrade to get, to be honest. You know, like, because without the final armor upgrade, even skirmishers can do decent damage to your knights. As, yeah, light cap v light cap. Of course, Jordan's light cap are going to be significantly better because, one, they can be hussars, and man... Yeah, I must say, honestly, like, if Britons can't get a death ball to the front here, who's doing better in late game here? Who is going to do better in late game? I mean, I still like Britons as a Sith, even though they're kind of one-dimensional, but lack of mobility is concerning. Now, Viper is dealing with that by getting castles up everywhere. He's getting castles up everywhere, wants to put a TC up over here. Well, that's not going to go up for now. No, that's not going to go up for now. So the light cap slightly delaying that. Now it's a SAR as well. Slightly more HP and they attack faster as well. Jordan is here to deny this DC. Yeah, no, Viper. You're not going to get this DC up. Jordan does not want you to expand to the right here. You know, if you want to lock that down, that's not going to happen. And Viper, you need some wood, so I guess I'll have to expand to the left now. That is probably better be the way to go. As, I mean, this is a difficult ball of archers to kill, though. It's on a hill as well. A star is being spammed in front to get the siege. One mangonel going down, another mangonel going down as well. Probably. No, one surviving. But look at the skirmishers getting kills right now. Look at them getting kills. Arbalest numbers 19 only. 19 only. As Viper is sending his light cap somewhere, but it's not to the front here as he's trying to send his villagers through the mass here to try to get to this town center, but I don't think you're gonna get there. And if Britons don't have a giant ball of archers, what do they do? What do they do? At Jordan, again, this didn't cost him any gold whatsoever, just food. And food, the Khmer player has plenty of. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is still looking really good for Jordan. He has a score lead as well as a result of it. Yeah, I don't. That was a really bad fight for Viper, honestly. Like, yeah, you killed a lot of his elite skirms, but I don't think Jordan is gonna sweat too much about making. He's not gonna care too much about making more elite skirms. That's totally fine. As Viper keeps sending more villagers to this DC spot, but I mean, I wonder how much resources he's gonna think to take from this DC. Honestly. There's a castle going on for Jordan, more hussars coming in as well. Not enough Arbalest here to hold the front as well. There's a castle there to help, but that's about it. As Jordan is also raiding on the left, killing a bunch of villagers over there. The Eco Kitty slowly rising there for the German player. So we have longbows now from Viper, which again could work. But not if your base is wide open to raids. Now, Jordan is also dealing with his own raids in the back, but it's not as bad as Viper's base is currently. Bill count 130 to 131 because both players have been rebooming big time as well. It's 200 prop for both players, actually mostly for Viper, not so much for Jordan. He's still getting there. He's losing units about as fast as he can make them. Castle does go up on the front so he can trap down this town center as well. Elite Skirmston can still come forward as well. We got some hussars stuck in the tree line. But that's unfortunate. As Viper still forced to put out fires all over his base right now. I mean, it's stabilized a little bit. It's stabilized a little bit. Has 42 crossbows. I mean, Arbalest on the field right now is going to get Yeoman as well. So these crossbows, these Arbalests have a lot more range now. 6 plus 5, or 5 plus 6, I mean. Really good range. Really good range. Viper also recognized that the town center was kind of a mistake. That's not going to stay up, obviously. That will go down to the castle at some point. More Hussars going forward for Jordan now. I mean, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Viper's base is kind of a fortress. I agree. There's castles everywhere. Castles all around. Look at that. 5 castles in a ring around them. And it's not walled, but it's still very difficult to raid now. And like I said, Britons are really difficult to push. And there's a good reason for that. Because the castles, because the Arbalests sitting between the castles to defend. And for the first time in a while, Viper with the better raid, with the better military counts. Getting Warwolf as well. Warwolf as well with its trebuchet, which gives your trebs splash damage, which actually is a great counter against Skirmisher if you micro it properly. Because it doesn't attack Skirmishers automatically. Look at that minimap. I was about to say. I mean, if you look at the minimap, Viper is gaining more map control right now. You can see the yellow is slowly pushing forward here. And blue doesn't have as much of the map as the yellow does. And yellow, of course, has all these extra resources all the way on the left that he could easily take as well. Got some Hussar v light cap fights in the middle of the map, which Hussar should win. But not if there's more light cap. As Jordan, yeah, sending us Hussars this way. He wants to go for a raid. Viper with the walls, though. Ooh, nice going there. Blacksmith wall from him. More house walls on this side. Yeah, keeping Jordan out. That's so good. That's so good. Viper just won't let damage be done by Jordan. It's still 22 to 18 kills. But look how many kills Viper's going to get over here now. Jordan's still dealing with the Hussar raids. I mean, we know that Jordan loves to spam Hussars as well. Especially if you saw the set between Hera and Jordan. And did he make... He's making ballista elephants. Jordan! Jordan! He's not seriously gonna make ballista elephants, right? I mean, 7 pierce armor, 270 HP. It's definitely a POG unit if you can get like 40 of them, but... What do we think about that, chat? What do we think about that? I love it though. I love that we actually get to see ballista elephants. He's committing to it too. He's making more of them right now. He's spamming them from multiple castles right now. He's making ballista elephants. Jordan is going ballista elephants. Wow. Okay. That is expensive indeed. It's also giving Viper some time to start pushing through the middle, well, on the side, I guess, not through the middle, but start pushing here. And yeah, in trap wars against Britons, as we have now the double. Yeah, see now you shoot double. Do you see that? I'm not sure what it's called actually, but it allows your scorpions and your ballista elephants to shoot two ballista bolts per shot. So that's pretty good here. I mean, that's a lot of ballista elephants already. They're not elite yet, but I don't think you need that. Look at the light cap going down, though. Look at the light cap going down. And the ballista elephants making their way to the Arbalest. If they get in within range, only 5 range on those, they will absolutely massacre these. Viper staggering his formation right now because he knows, well, that is not something I can deal with Arbalest. And Viper losing ARP numbers right now. Is Jordan actually gonna do this with freaking ballista elephants? He's doing it! He's freaking doing it! Look at him push back the Viper, and the Viper is running back home right there. The push failing right now is Jordan spamming in more and more Hussars. And look at these elephants not caring about being shot at by castles. They're just chasing down these Arbalests. They want to get the kills, and Viper's trying to hide his ARPs as good as he can. Okay, well that was maybe an overextension with the ballista elephants now, as they will go down at length here, but look how long it takes for them to go down. Look how long it takes for them to go down, and the momentum has completely switched on the right now. I mean, now Viper's bringing out a whole lot of infantry, military of his own. I'm not seeing a lot of military for Jordan all of a sudden. That's a lot of traps that could be ranged here. Not a lot of ballista elephants here. There's 9 on the field, but it's going to take a while to get them all over here. I don't think we should have given up our ballista elephant on the left. 2 trebuchets going down, a 3rd going down, a 4th going down. Jordan overextending a little bit, maybe a bit too overexcited to go for ballista elephants. I mean, I can't blame him, man. I can't blame him, but yeah. A pike switch. Who are we talking about? Are we talking about Viper or for Jordan? Because against if Jordan goes for pikes, Arbalest absolutely destroyed him. But if Viper goes for them, Ballista Elephants, if you get enough numbers, absolutely destroyed British pikes as well. So yeah, I guess it makes more sense. It makes more sense for the Viper than it does for Jordan. That's for sure. Wow. Oh yeah, by the way, a tip. This unit is classed as a siege unit as well. Just saying. Just saying. So Eagle Warriors do actually do some extra damage versus siege. And Magyars are great against these units as well. You got the armor upgrade? Yeah, okay. So Viper's gonna add his own halberdier. Knows that light cav maybe not really the play here anymore. Not if there's no light, if there's no skirmisher on the field, there's no point in going for light cav anymore. You now have elite ballista elephant, 310 HP as well. Yeah, they have all the armor upgrades that you could need. The only problem is the range, right? Only 5 range, and that is a problem against Britons because they have 11 range. It's a world of difference here. Oh, interesting. If ballista elephants are counted as siege unit, does that mean they also get? Does that also mean they also get benefited by this? I wonder. Let's see. Let's see. Now this will tell. This will allow us to tell. As Jordan, you don't want to lose these expensive units here. Let's see. Yeah, see, it counts as a siege unit. I told you it counts as a siege unit. Did you see that? Siege engineers come in and you get 1 extra range on your ballista elephants. I'm telling you, they count as siege units. If you make a unit that has anti-siege attack, you can actually kill these ballista elephants. So yeah, when your Magyars spam Magyar Hussar at these, they actually kill these pretty quickly. As Jordan's still a little bit on the back foot, doesn't really have the mass right now to deal with this many Arbalests. And of course, now the Halberdier are going to come out at the same time. And then the question is, what is the Chimera player going to do against mass helps? Now, of course, again, the helps will die to the Ballista Elephants. But the Ballista Elephants have to get close enough to do the damage there. And that is the problem. It's still only 6 range. It's not a whole lot. Not a whole lot here, as Jordan is keeping his Hussars in front of the Ballista Elephants, you know, to tank some shots here and there. I mean, this is what Britons were born to do, right? Sit on a hill with halberdiers and with some light cav around, you know, look at this. All the army that you want. You know, and Jordan, he's trying to protect the trebuchets from the front, from the back, but look at the Ballista Elephant shredding the halberdiers. Oh god, but they also class as cavalry, so they still take a lot of damage. Look at that. Oh my god, they die really fast, the halberdiers. As another trebuchet goes down and the castle of Viper stays up. Oh, Jordan. Oh, Jordan, Viper's still holding on. I think any other Civ, if Jordan had actually gotten a Ballista Elephants, I think other Civs would have struggled with this. But Britons can hold on here because of that insane range of them. Insane range. I mean, there's 17 on the field. I mean, they will definitely kill. Definitely kill when they get to a number like this. Like, look at that. Pow! Like, it's... They're no joke. They're no joke, these. But they will still die. They will still die here. Yeah. Jordan can't take any good fights anymore because of the Halberdier. And the Halberdier can just run right in, and Jordan will always have to sacrifice Hussars to keep his Ballista Elephants safe. And in the meantime, you know, yeah, Viper will just happily push forward Arbalest. Wow, he did get all the blacksmith upgrade, didn't he? Oh, look at that. Britain's things, man. They don't lack any armor upgrades, so they got every single upgrade. Wow, when do you see that? As Jordan, yeah, is losing Ballista Elephants now. And this is the thing. What do you do against that? You just cannot get close enough. You can't get close enough, and this is why people don't consider Ballista Elephants to be a very strong unit. Especially in this matchup, I don't think it will be very good. And like any other Civ, you know, that lacks range maybe, but this, good, no. So what is Jordan going to do? Is he going to raid around? Is he going to try to push somewhere else? You know, holding this hill a little bit with some traps. I don't know. We have architecture coming in for the Viper. Let's see how much HP that adds to your castle here. Bam, 7,000 to... That's the max HP that you can get on your castles, unless you're Byzantines. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so Jordan. Oh, Jordan building a castle on this left side now. Still making Ballista Elephants. Is going to go for some raids on this side. Viper wants to deal with that with some traps. Only 4 Ballista Elephants here, though, but getting a lot of kills in the Halberdier. But still, so many helps still survive. And now you're shooting 1 help in the middle, and that's not ideal. Traps go down though, so the castle will stay up for now. But Jordan again throwing away a lot of light gap. But yeah, when you have 75 on food, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. And Viper's ball of archers, right? It's all the way on the right. It cannot just go to the left easily, right? It can't just go to the left easily and deal with raids on this side. This is kind of what you need light gap for as well. Only 62 on farms for the Viper, and I think we're at the point where we should probably check the wood lines for players. Now, Viper has a lot of extra wood in the left, so he's going to be fine with that. As for Jordan, has some wood over here that's kind of safe. Has some wood in the back as well, but not as much wood as Viper does, actually. So I think it's pretty smart that he's taking wood up front here and not in the back of his base, because that is wood that you might have to fall back to, honestly. As Jordan has some ballista elephants everywhere. There's 19 on the field right now. I mean, if you can actually get like 30 of them on the field, then Halberdier suddenly gonna be risky as well. As Jordan tried to quick wall in the trebuchet there, but the Halberdiers are like, nah, we don't care. We're on a suicide mission. Get the trap, and that's an expensive unit to lose. Ay. Because at least for Viper, right, he's not spending a whole lot of gold right now. He's not mining gold either, so he needs gold somewhere. I'm not sure how many relics he has, actually. We haven't really been paying attention there. Let's see. 1 relic only. How many relics does Jordan have? 3 relics. So Jordan has way more gold there. And oh boy, look how many halberdiers that is. You cannot let those get close. Cannot let those get close. Look how fast how fast the HP drops. Look at that. This is why ballista elephants are kind of trash. This is the unit that it's supposed to counter. It's supposed to counter halberdiers, and it just doesn't. It just doesn't. It's basically a scorpion that takes bonus damage from halberdiers. It's trash. And I was really excited to see ballista elephants this game. I really was, but I just don't think it's gonna work here. Not when halberdier are on the field, and not with our ballista that have literal 11 range. You know, if they made it so that ballista elephants didn't take any bonus damage either for siege or from halberdiers, maybe it would be a better unit, or maybe more range, maybe a bit faster. I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty OP unit if you can get to a nice ball of it, but that's the thing. I can still spam halberdiers at you, right? And better still, what you do, it's actually not that difficult to overwhelm a position of ballista elephants. You spam halberdiers from all sides, right? Not from the front. You spread your halberdiers out, because then the ballista elephants have to shoot. They have to fan out their shots, and then they just don't kill as fast. The light cap getting another trebuchet there. Jordan's castle on the left getting trapped out as well. As we have Arbalest now taking this giant ball of hussars here as well. That halberdiers, you know, fighting a rear guard action here, killing a lot of hussars at the same time. Jordan has given up on the ballista elephants to switch back right back into the elite skirms. And it's going to be full trash for Jordan as he has 3,000 gold banked and no way to spend it. No way to spend it. Like, what are you going to spend it on? Like, ballista elephants are not going to do it. Elephants, probably not. Not with this many halberdiers out. Cavalier, same problem, right? Your own arbalest, right? That's kind of frustrating. This is one of the reasons why I don't really like Chimera's as Civ sometimes, because sometimes you have gold and it's just nothing to spend it on. Like, Jordan has plenty of gold, but nothing to spend it on. He's still making ballista elephants, but that's a lot of food as well. What do you do here? What do you do? And you can't even go for your own halberdiers as well, because the arbalest would absolutely eat them alive, right? Would absolutely eat them alive. Just fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. And Viper slowly pushing further and further into Jordan's base here. As I wonder if how long Jordan is going to continue this epic game, because it has been an epic game, honestly. Like, no doubts in my mind, but the Viper with the score lead, almost 4,000 more score than Jordan. And Jordan, he's just buying food right now, because that's the best thing he can do with his gold. The best thing he can do with his gold is just buying food to allow him to get more units out. But getting crossbows out, now this I like. Crossbows have 7 pierce armor, they have 9 range with Chimera, and here's the kicker, they don't give you any bonus damage, they don't take any bonus damage from halberdier. Siege ram. Yeah, that could be a good addition as well. That could be a good addition as well, to tank some fire from the arbalest. Now that's good. I mean, halberdier is still problematic there, but yeah, if you combine that with some scorpions with double the firepower, look at that. That could be really good. If you can get a lot of scorpions out right now, that could be good. Remember also, Jordan has limited gold as well, so he can't get that many Scorpions out on the field anymore. It's gonna be difficult to afford both Siege Ram and Scorpions at the same time, let alone heavy Scorpion and, you know, all the upgrades. A lot of food that you can't spam, and Jordan says GG, well played, and he realizes I'm never going to be able to get to it as Viper is pushing, the Ram pushing the right of Jordan's base. There's holes right here. Lightcap could run right in to hit the farmlands, which don't have a lot of defenses on them. And Viper miraculously holding on here against the Khmer Surge. And man, I love the fact that we went for Ballista Elephants. Like, Viper definitely caught off guard by that for a second there. I absolutely love that we got to see that in a competitive game in the semifinals. But in the end, proving once again that Ballista Elephants aren't really a great unit in this matchup. If you're up against a Goth player and you have 50 Ballista Elephants with a bit of with some Halberdiers in front as a meat shield, perfect. That is the perfect situation right there. That's awesome. But in this situation, I think going mass Scorpions would have made more sense, maybe. Yeah, because Scorpions don't take bonus damage from Halberdiers. Now, Scorpions do have a minimum range, right? So you need to keep something in front of it at all times. That could be Rams, that could be Hussars, even Elite Skirms, right? Something in front, right, to just take some damage. That could have worked, but yeah, that would have taken a while to stack into, and I guess Jordan. He just felt, I mean, he had 3 castles, so why not make Ballista Elephants, right? Why not make them? You can always try. Yeah, Viper victorious here. And in the end, of course, Khmer. Yeah. If you can't deal with the main ball of Arbalest, you have a problem against Britons. That's just kind of the reality of it. If you cannot deal with this, that's a problem. Like, maybe some onager shots would have done the trick as well. Who knows? Yeah, Viper was making a whole lot of light gap, which makes that difficult. Let's have a look at the statistics, shall we? Man, look at the spam from Jordan as well. 493 Hussars. That's a lot of military to make. I have a slight feeling there. Let's update the scoreboard, actually. I have a feeling that the KD is not going to be pretty for Jordan. Nope, it's not pretty for Jordan at all. 751 kills for the Viper. Lost 457 units as well, but still, way more kills for him. Jordan the one pushing buildings, though, but still, Viper was about to do that as well with the Rams. Army high for Viper, much higher than for Jordan as well. But Jordan made more military, you know. Economy-wise, economy is slightly better for Jordan there. Look at the food difference. Look at that difference in food. Wow, almost 20,000 more food. Khmer farms are insane. For the rest, it was really close between the two. Like, almost the same amount of stone, almost the same amount of gold, almost the same amount of wood. Well, I mean, maybe not the wood. That's probably the biggest difference right there. Lots of relic gold for Jordan as well. But yeah, significantly less than if you had Aztecs, huh? Yep, right there. 148 villager max for the Viper. That's not an overboom with Britons because you don't really need, you know, you need the economy to get your archers out and to get all the options out as well, you know. But after that, you can go to a lower vill count, right? When you get way more military out. Looking at the APM, yeah, nice spikes there for Jordan, a nice spike there for Viper as well. But yeah, so close as well. GG. That was a good one. That was a really good game. I enjoyed that. It was a pretty long game too. That seems to have been the trend so far. I mean, actually no. These semifinals, not this set, because the first game, of course, was not a long game at all. Yeah, we are gonna go to the third game now. Now it's important that Jordan wins this next game, because now he's not out of the tournament after this next game. But the thing is, if Viper wins this next game, he has a match point. That means he only has to win one more game and then he wins. Right, so Jordan then has to win 4 games in a row, which at this level against the Viper is nearly impossible. You know, no matter how good you are as a player, it's going to be really difficult to do that. So I think that Jordan definitely needs to win at least the next round, the next set here. He needs to win the next match. You know, coming back into the set with a 2-1, that's doable. You know, you might get another win and catch up a little bit. But in a best of 7, going down by 3-0 against a player like the Viper, now that is difficult to come back from. You know, you saw how difficult it was for Leary to come back in the set with Winchester. And Winchester, you know, he won in 4-1. You know, that was already insane. But here, Viper's looking strong. I mean, Jordan is playing like a beast too, and that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Once you get to the semifinals, when the level is so high, everyone is playing like a beast, and nevertheless, right, one player might look stronger than the other. That's just the nature of the game. The nature of the game. So I have the draft here for you. Let's have a look at the wins. We got to win with that. We got to win with that for the Viper. Jordan losing with Khmer and losing with Incas. Alrighty. So, okay, so Viper has gone for two Archer Civs. That has worked out really well for him. If he continues with the Archer Civs, then Japanese is probably the likely choice there. Right? The likely choice. The question is, what is Jordan going to do here? He's tried cavalry, he's tried archers himself. That didn't really work out so far. I wonder, are we going to continue with maybe Vikings, so you have a really good archer set, maybe Tatars or Mongols for cavalry archers. You know, maybe Berbers. If he expects Huns, you know, then maybe Berbers would be a choice. And how you doing, Blake's Max? And also welcome to chat. This is my first time watching this game, and Viper seems to be really good. Well, man, really, is this one of your first time watching the games, man? I can tell you, Viper is indeed a really strong player. He is, like, for the longest time, he was the best player in Age of Empires, period. Like, tournaments weren't like, who's gonna win the tournament, but rather, who's gonna take a game off of the Viper, you know? That was, for a while, he was the absolute dominant player in Age of Empires, but, nowadays, it's not that easy anymore, I'd say. Like, there's more players that can contend with the Vipers. You know, it makes tournaments more exciting, in my opinion. You know, like, you never know, is Viper actually going to make it into the finals, you know? And even if he makes it there, is he going to win? Makes a, you know, especially in Red Bull Wololo 5, that was a tournament that happened a few months ago, you know, it was very nerve-wracking, you know, whether Viper was going to make it or not. Yeah, so the stakes are higher than ever, man. Also, welcome to the chat. No, because Twitch says that, so yeah. Oh man, well, we're waiting for game 3. I'm not seeing any information in the Discord here so far about whether they're taking a break or something like that. But it looks like they're gonna get started right now. And also, thank you for the follow there, Blake Specs. Welcome to the Horde. Welcome to the Horde, man. Appreciate that. As we have game 3, you're right in time for another awesome game right here. Let's get into that game because I'm excited for this. No, but again, Jordan, he's going to have to pull out all the tricks, all the stops, literally every skill that he has to beat the Viper here. And he will know that, you know, Jordan and Viper, they're teammates. They've played millions of times against each other, with each other, you know. You know, they will know each other's play style intimately, but that, of course, makes it so difficult, right? It makes it so difficult to win here. Because Viper knows exactly how Jordan likes to play, and Jordan knows exactly how Viper likes to play. And the question is, who can counter the other player better? That is the question that we have to ask here. Not loading for me. Let's use the link. That should work. Nope, that didn't do it either. Okay, I guess they're still in the lobby then. That sometimes happens. We get the game ID before the lobby is live. You know, that's totally fine here. No worries. We'll just have to have a little bit of patience while they get ready for the next game. You know, I can imagine Jordan probably, like, you know, walking around in his room a few times, you know, like getting a glass of water or something to refresh himself for the upcoming match, because it's going to be important. It's going to be an important game. And I also wonder what his civilization pick is going to be too. I didn't realize there was a tournament for Age of Empires. It's so fast and overwhelming. You know, the level of play that you see in tournaments is dazzling. I agree with you there. Definitely, this has a don't try this at home kind of a warning. And not because I don't want you to play like a god, but because, honestly, sometimes I just get demoralized by how much better these two pro players are. Like, they're incredibly good at the game. Incredibly good. Yeah, it's fantastic. As I don't know, it's not loading for me right now, which kind of sucks. AoE2.net doesn't load for me either, so if I can't find the game with the ID, we kind of have a problem. Let's hope it's live now. Let's see. Please let it be live. I'm enjoying the change of pace, and I'm never gonna try it myself. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I'm just happy to sit here in the spectating chair and just be like, you guys do all the awesome plays. I'll just stay with my low APM, low elo legend play. Well, mid elo legend, I guess, for me. Damn it! I can't find this game. Let's see if we can find it maybe in the lobby browser, which is I doubt it, but we can try. We can try. Come on. King of the Desert. Spectate games, is it there? Maybe it's already live. Someone could check the main channel for MEMB if they're already casting it or not, if they're live or not, if they're like, if they're having troubles too. That'd be nice if you could do that for me, because I can't find the game right now and it's not loading for me either. So that would kind of suck, because I want to get into the next game. It was so exciting. Darn it. Nope, still can't find it. Let's try the ID again. Maybe it comes up now. Oh, there it is. Yes, we got it. Not to worry, we got it. Let's get into the third game here. Phew. This is why casting live games is sometimes a little bit nerve-wracking, because I'm always paranoid that I'm not going to be able to get into the next game. But I must say, this tournament has been really well organized. Like, Krasini, he's been on top of this, giving us the ID all the time. It's really nice. Makes it so much more relaxed to cast, honestly. You know. Alrighty, well, we got the third game here. Let's go! As we have Viper in the yellow here, playing as the Bulgarians. Ooh, I was wondering if Viper was going to go for a more unorthodox SIP pick here, now that he's up 2 games. You know, this is the kind of thing that you could do when you're up 2-0, right? Whereas Jordan has gone for Indians. Bulgarians, Indians, though, that should be good for Indians, right? I mean, Bulgarians do not get camels, you know, and Indians get great camels as well. So Bulgarians, they might struggle in this matchup. They might honestly struggle in this matchup. So let's see what Viper is going to do with them. Of course, it depends on how the game goes. You know, late game. Again, Bulgarians just... The one thing that they don't get is crossbow. They don't get crossbows. They don't get arbalest. So that is one entire branch of military that's not available to you. You get okay skirmishers, but not really that great, and not that you don't want to use them against Indians anyways. Then you have pretty solid infantry and great cavalry, but not when there's camels on the field, which are of course a straight counter. So oh boy. Now we'll have a look at the base for the players here, see how the map is generated. Looks like a pretty good map generation once more. This is like a world of difference with the first set. Like all the tree lines generate in a nice way most of the time here. I mean, Viper didn't have that great of a base last game, but still, he made it work. It's better than having only one wood line and then a really small wood line with an oasis in it. That's what happened a lot in the set between Winchester and Leary. So yeah. Okay, so Jordan here with you know, nicely spread out wood. He can actually wall right there, and get his entire base walled up nicely, and have a wood line in the back. The only thing that sucks is the fact that his gold is for it and his berries are for it as well. Has a gold in the, well, kind of on the side. Would be in the back if he walls over here though, so that's a safe gold technically. So if you want to go fast castle here, this might be a map that you could do it with. This might be one of the maps that you could do it with, but you have to wall. I probably have to take this gold instead of the main gold over here, because that could get denied depending on how you wall that. The other gold is right next to it, so again a TC right there would be really nice. I think Jordan's not going to complain about this base. As for the Viper, also has a fairly wallable base here, as we have... Wow, that's a weird woodline generation right there, all around the pond and really straight over here. That's kind of strange. But yeah, you could wall right there in a woodline. You could wall on the hill here, then right there, and then maybe to the edge of the map. At least that's how I would wall this map if I were given this when playing myself. But again, that doesn't mean that you have to wall that way. There's millions of ways to wall, you know. But still, looking at his base, it's fairly wallable. The wood lines are spread out nicely. Has a forward gold as well, though, on a hill, so that's kind of tricky. The berries are... Yeah, they're kind of to the side. They're not really forward, right? If you draw an imaginary perpendicular line right there, it goes, you know, that basically like that. You know, then then the berries aren't really that far beyond that line. You either love the RNG or you hate it. Yep. Well, I am one of the players that loves it. I like the randomness. I especially love to play with mecha random and let's see how wacky the map generations can get. Because then it's the fairest of all chaos. You know, everyone is equally screwed there. It's great. As Jordan was thinking maybe about sniping a villager, but yeah, there's 2 villagers over there. That's difficult to do. As Viper, yeah, he walled in his villager as well, just to make sure that he didn't take any losses there. You know, because he didn't have Loom yet, which means that his scout could easily snipe the Vil. And Viper is gonna go for a little Drush there. Interesting, interesting. Drush, and also, this is the thing with Bulgarians. If you keep your militia alive here, right? If you keep your militia alive while drushing, the moment you hit feudal age, they will become men-at-arms for free. So it not only is it a strong, you know, you can go for a drush, you immediately get men-at-arms at the start of feudal age. So if you still have there's a good reason to keep your militia alive with Bulgarians. As Jordan, he's probably expecting something like this. Let's see what his scouting looks like, actually. Yes, Jordan has not seen the barracks. He doesn't know about the barracks, actually, but he might be able to guess it, because you see the score right there for the Viper. You know, that means either he has scouted significantly more of the map than you have, but Jordan scouted the Viper, so that can't be true. Because that boosts your score. Or he made military, which also boosts your score. And now Jordan gets the confirmation there. There you go. Drush is here. Which again, will be men-at-arms as soon as he hits feudal age. Jordan, though, the first to click up there on 20 pop is going to go to gold again. So again, it's going to be archers. It's really funny to me how no one has gone scouts this entire semifinal day. Not a single time. Opening with scouts. Not a single player has done it. Everyone has gone either for a drush or straight into archers. Or men-at-arms, or anything in between. But never scouts. I mean, scouts were added, sure, but never opened up with. That's and they never opened with scouts, which is kind of interesting to me. Interesting. Because there's some sets where it's just scouts, right? Like I've seen Jordan actually play some sets where it was just scouts and nothing else to open up. So it's funny how sets go that way sometimes. Yeah, Jordan is scouting around, taking a fight against his militia. Now probably also knows as soon as it becomes if the Viper gets a feudal age, it will be a men-at-arm. As Viper is sending villagers forward, and Jordan can see that as well, so he will be aware of that. It's gonna drop an archer range as well, and that might very well be a tower on your gold. There's 5 militia as well, and Viper is going super aggressive with this right now. Like that's so Viper though. Like he goes completely greedy and like for an economy boom when it's still very even in the set. You actually have to win games, and then he is ahead by 2 games. He's like, okay, now let's go YOLO. Let's go completely YOLO. You know, and YOLO it is as a tower goes up now on the berries here for Jordan. Viper is on stone, so that's not going to end anytime soon. And there you go, sudden men-at-arms here for the Norwegian player here. Now Jordan is trying to wall that out with a house, but of course that won't be possible anymore once the tower goes up. Has gone for a counter tower as well, so he better keep these houses up as well, which have -1 melee armor at the moment because of the recent change. I guess I would be called a nerf then. As Viper, he's not going to bother too much with this tower, because again, this is a lot of idle time for Jordan. But if you do abandon your tower like this, that does mean that Jordan gets to just knock it down. So a good decision from Jordan not to sit in the tower and shoot it down, instead just knock it down, because your villagers, which you can see if I click on one, there you go, have extra bonus damage versus building, something they don't get when they sit in the tower. Jordan's still trying to skirmish a little bit with some archers, but yeah, 5 men-at-arms is actually pretty difficult to deal with. It takes a while to get all of these down, especially before fletching. And Viper, look how fast he plays these building foundations as well, man. Just the APM is off the charts, man. And also, walling in your tower, that is, you know, rookie mistake number 1 is not walling in your towers, because then this happens. You know, the moment you leave the tower, it will just get knocked down. And now Jordan being taken off a gold. Where is he going to take gold? Okay, he's going to take gold all the way down here, which is a relatively safe gold. Now, if he wants, he could also wall off this side, just to make sure that Viper cannot get in there from that side, because Viper, I mean, right now he's busy with the top side of your base so much. Archer numbers are steadily climbing, but of course, without gold, can't make more archers. And in the meantime, Viper is just happily booming behind this. Still on stone as well, so you can drop more towers if need be. And archer range now going up forward here. Yeah, Viper is not interested in making this a longer game. He is not interested in making this a long game at all. He's He wants to lay on the pressure right now. You don't drop an archery range right here if you intend to have a game that lasts, lasts forever. So Jordan then, he's kind of thinking about, what am I going to do with my archers? Am I going to go forward or am I going to go stay here and defend? Because the thing is, if you go forward, yes, you could find some value, but there's nothing to defend your base. And now skirmishers are about to come out to push these archers away. And oh, Jordan. Oh, Jordan. I mean, there's a significant score lead for Jordan still, but that doesn't mean his position is much better. Hang on, so we're going over here. Looks like the scout going down for Jordan, getting massacred by the villagers for the Viper, which were idle for a while. Oh boy, oh boy. And now another tower going up on the wood line for Jordan. One of his only safe wood lines. And let's see what Jordan does. He commits as well, making some scouts as well. As a result, in Viper, he's going to back up a little bit. Maybe drop that tower a little bit closer to the golden wallet over there, maybe. Now, you want to be making a chain of towers. So you can always use the previous tower to help you. To help you fight away the defense of your opponent. Yeah, more scouts now coming out for Jordan. It's a good defense here against the skirmishers, killing a lot of men-at-arms as well. And it looks like Viper's little forward is going to end right here and now. And Viper, yeah, he's trying to get this blacksmith up as well. But now, and this is a problem, now you have a lot of exposed villages. Yeah, this is the end of Viper's forward. And I wonder if he's going to continue playing after 5 villages go down. And Viper says, GG, that was fun. Let's go to the next game. Hey, this is... like I said, if you are 2 games ahead, you can go for some YOLO plays. It did not end up working out well for the Viper. I mean, it looked pretty good for a second there, but Jordan's defense was solid, towering where he needed to, and then, making some units to defend himself. And especially, very important, finding another goal to go out to. Just saying, like a lot of players, what they do, they really want to go back to their main gold and they just refuse to expand to an unsafe gold down here. But trust me, in this situation, that gold is much better than this. And waiting for your gold is not an option either. Because at least now you can make archers and you can make scouts, and Viper would have been behind by 5 villagers here. I mean, could Viper still come back in the game? No. No, I don't think so. Because think about it. I said it at the start. And not because it's the Viper versus Jordan. It's because he's Bulgarians against Indians. Indians should win that in the late game. Just because of the options that they have. And Bulgarians just lack the options to deal with that. So Viper probably knew, I need to kill fast, right? I need to kill fast. And, I need to kill fast, and if I can't, then, it's probably going to be GG and Castellate anyway, so it doesn't matter. But now, one thing though, Jordan now basically using one of the stronger civs here, Indians, actually the strongest civ on Arabia if you look at win rate. He has a 60% win rate with Arabia. Not just Jordan, but in general. So I'm just saying, losing a civ like that against Bulgarians, I'm not sure if Jordan is going to be too happy with that. But still, a win is a win. It's now 2-1 for the Viper here. I guess 1-2 in this the way the names are arranged this time around. Yeah. And it's still deserved win for Jordan. He still defended himself really well. I mean, a lot of players would probably have died to that aggression. It looked very dicey for a sec. I mean, like again, if you want to get to this level, indeed, you have to practice for years too. And if you don't, I mean, I don't think everyone wants to invest that much of time into practicing. Like me too. I am not really ready here to devote hours and hours of my life to practicing this game and getting better. Instead of, I'm wasting my life on casting. Nah, it's not wasting. It's fun. Anyways, yeah, much better KD there for Jordan, and of course he was going to kill all the villagers. I want to look at the APM here, though. That's kind of funny to me. Pretty high APM all throughout this. Let's look at the economy APM, actually, for both players. Viper's economy APM, not actually that low. Look at that. This is Viper's strength as well. Very high economy APM as well. Yeah, nice stuff. Nice stuff. Alrighty, well, we got a 2-1 then. That was game number 3. Kind of an unexpected game how it went, but it was still funny enough to watch here. I mean, of course, I would have liked it to go on forever. Viper could have dragged this out probably, but I think he's more interested in dominating in a normal meta setting as well, I would agree with that. Yeah, like, you don't have to be a pro player at all to have fun with this community. That's the beautiful thing. There's thousands of games being played every day, and most of them are not pro games. You got all sorts of games, from low elo to high elo, and that's what makes this game so beautiful. You know, you just queue up in the ranked lobby, or you go make a lobby and find people to play with, or you do co-op campaigns, which I think is awesome, by the way. I love the co-op campaigns. It's a load of fun. Load of fun, honestly. But yeah, no one is saying that Age of Empires is not a stressful game to play. I think everyone, like every Age of Empires player knows that, honestly, you know, like you know it's a stressful game to play, kind of, because it's a difficult game. There's lots of stuff that are going on, you know. But there's also, I find there's a beauty in how some players, right, especially at the lower level, how they just play however the hell they feel like playing. And it's great. I love that. That's exactly how we all started playing, right? That's exactly how we all started playing. I remember how I used to play. You know, you stonewall up, you you cheat stone, you know. You sit behind stone walls and bombard towers because, of course, I wanted to play Aztecs, but I did want to have bombard towers. So I played with full tech tree, right? And then also, you know, you just sit behind your walls there, you turtle, and you wait until you feel strong enough to push out, and then you push out, you know, against AI. It was beautiful. And who needs 50 villagers, right? You can just make 20, and they will eventually gather the same amount of resource that you need to go up to Imp. Eventually. Anyways, I got the fourth game here for you. Let me rewind a little bit, and let's go. Awesome. Alrighty. Welcome to the fourth game here between Jordan and the Viper. The Viper has gone for Byzantines here. I love that. That's a great civilization here. On the other side for Jordan, we got Burgundians. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Byzantines versus Burgundians. I mean, Byzantines, like, both civilizations here lack bloodlines, right? So they both have pretty shite cavalry overall. Burgundians probably have the better cavalry overall, but not when it comes to camel play, because Byzantines can easily add in camels, and I always say lacking bloodlines against camels is a problem. It's a problem. It really is. That's something that Burgundians tend to struggle with, especially in the Imperial Age when heavy camel come out. You know, so yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't feel like it's not like a PG stream over here so far. Actually, I don't have anything set up that way, so actually it's technically not marked as a 18+ stream, but I don't know where I want to go actually, because the majority of the Age of Empires community is actually it's adults, right? It's people that grew up with the game that are now, you know, some people have been playing this for 20 years. They're not going to be little kids anymore. How dare you! Instant ban coming in. Moderators, ban this dude. Don't worry, I don't actually have any moderators, so if anyone does the banning here, that would be me, just me. Yeah. Don't worry about it, man. Oh right, we're supposed to talk about the game as well, huh? My bad. And let's see, look at the woodline generation as again, 4 woodlines for the both players here. A little bit further apart this time, right? You see there's more space between them. It's fairly wallable on the sides though for Jordan if he wants to. Has a gold in the back, has berries on the front, and main gold in the front as well. So it's gonna be a tricky goal to defend then. As he's bringing in this forward Rhino as both of his Rhinos forward. So if Viper wants to lame, and Viper is the kind of player that would lame if he wanted to. Viper would lame if he wanted to. If he sees a Rhino, he would totally do it. Yeah, Viper more interested in pushing in his own hunt right now. He's not going forward with that. As for Viper's base, we got 4 wood lines as well, spread out really nicely. You can easily wall this actually. You know, you wall right there, or I guess to the wood line and then down here, but you don't know that wood line is there. Then you can wall the front of your base, and on the left, very nice. That is fairly wallable. Wood lines being spread out as well is pretty good. No wood in the back or any resources in the back though. That's the only unfortunate thing. Does have gold in the front right next to the hill, so again that is the dangerous part, but for the rest I think Viper's gonna be okay. Now Jordan sees Viper's scout pushing in the hunt, and Viper now has to push in the hunt while also fighting with Jordan's scout. Look at that. He can't not engage against his scout. I mean he can't not be near this ostrich long enough, because then the ostrich would de-aggro and go right back to where it came from, right? Yeah, Viper now has lost, as a result, a bit more HP. Yeah, 6 more HP for Jordan's Scout. So, slight win for him, especially since neither Scout gets bloodlines. Oh boy. I wonder, are players going to go for, oh, what a straight wall. Look at that. Totally walls, Batman. Look at that. That is a very straight wall. Not even joking. Now I hope that Jordan is gonna get Loom before he reaches the end of that wall, because you see that? Jordan can't see that. He doesn't know that lion is there. But that lion is going to find him. It can see him already, and one tile closer. As Jordan is getting Loom right now. Oh, that's gonna come in right in time. Right in time, because that lion is about to see him, and then he will have Loom. Wait. Wait a second. Oh boy, but then it's Lion and Scout. Oh, Viper, if he sees this, he sees the Loom, he can now block the villager. Oh, let's see. This is something Viper would totally do. Viper loves to troll like this. Okay, another villager coming forward as well. Jordan is not having any of that. But you just know Viper would have been fighting that villager with his Scout and killing it together with the lion. The lion and the snake together killing a villager. That's hilarious though. You saw it, right? Viper saw it, was like, "Ooh, that's fun. Let's join this. Let's do this." And too bad it didn't work out, but hey, it would have been really funny. Anyways, a barracks going up right now. Villagers going to stone, gold. I mean, so that's going to be straight archers yet again. No scouts from the Viper, and for Jordan then. Jordan is getting, but he is getting the farm upgrade. Now that looks like a scout build then. Now there's one thing you should know about Burgundians, of course, is that they can get their eco tax an age earlier, right? An age earlier and at a discount. Because you get, you don't have to pay as much food for it as well. So the fact that he got that farming upgrade, when you go man-at-arms or straight archers, you often skip that upgrade because you can't really afford that at the start, right? So this might suggest that Jordan is actually going to go for some scout play here. Wow, we actually gonna get some scout opening today. Who would have thought? He's also not on gold at all, so... Or is he? No, Jordan. Damn it, it's gonna be stupid archers again. No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's against Byzantines, right? Which have cheaper spearmen. I mean, spearmen are cheap already, but even more discounted for Byzantines, so they can easily add some in for themselves. So yeah, it's going to be archers for both then. Jordan. Why did he wall like this? Walling the corner of the map. Oh boy. I mean, I guess it's about as much walling as walling that, but still. At least if you wall like that, you keep your wood line safe all the way. Now that wood line can still be ranged, so you know that's why I would suggest walling here instead of here, because now this wood line can be ranged from this hill, which yeah. As we have Jordan using his slightly faster fuel aids to get some more damage in on the Viper, and the Viper is going to run back home to his archery range because it's going to be archers for both players. The kind of walls I like to build. Exactly. Well, I mean, I like the wall. I like good walling too. I mean, I'm a sucker for good walling. It is one of my biggest pet peeves is when a player can see, right, a better walling option and they still decide to go for bad walls, especially when they wall. You know, they don't wall to the edge of the map when it's appropriate. Because there is a good reason to wall to the edge of the map. You know, it's completely non-realistic because, well, the world doesn't really end like that in real life. But it does allow you, as Jordan runs away from the spearman, it does allow you to stop your opponent from running around your base. See, if Viper is on this side, if he wants to attack on the right, he has to walk all the way around on the front, giving you as the defender a large advantage, you know, to get your army around quickly, and also you can catch them off guard in the middle. That's why I would always suggest if you can wall to the map somewhere, it's always worth it in my opinion. It's always worth it. As yeah, we have the Castellate's wood upgrade coming in for Burgundians, and Burgundians are a strong civ, especially for this reason, as Jordan is abandoning his gold. Interesting. Also has not dropped his archery range yet. What's the plan here? What is the plan here? What is the plan? Such knowledge, many wise. Well, I mean, it's just my opinion, really. You know, you're free to disagree, right? You're free to disagree. Interesting plans for Jordan. Make an arena game, right? It's a beautiful arena, though. Look at that straight line. Also, how are you doing? Hammer Shot, and welcome to chat. Welcome to chat. And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the horror den as well. I don't know, it just has something appealing to it, doesn't it? A straight line like that. I mean, Viper sees that and it's like, oh, that is such a beautiful wall. Such a beautiful wall. It would be a shame if someone interrupted it. Oh no, no, I'm not suggesting you're trolling or anything, Nico. But I am clarifying that, like, for me, like any opinion that I say, it's not coming from a pro player as well. So I always say it's my opinion and not necessarily a fact. You know, except when I say that Sicilian knights, you shouldn't count them with camels. That is a fact. That is a fact right there. Cold hard truth doesn't work. Yeah. You know, but I mean, for me, I'm still learning the game as well. That's why I've been watching a whole lot of Age of Empires, you know, to really learn the meta a little bit and be able to predict. And I've been surprised by how well some of my draft predictions have been, you know, what civilizations players go for. Oh, thank you, Blake Max. I'm glad you agree with the opinion. Of course, I'm very happy to hear if people agree with my opinion. I mean, no person would ever say an opinion out loud then for other people to not agree with him, you know, unless you're a devil's advocate. I guess in that case you do want to do that. As Jordan wants to get some houses up behind this straight wall of him, straight wall of his, and of course Viper. It's more interesting just pressuring this a little bit. Jordan has dropped an arch range by now, is defending with skirmishers already. But of course he is in his little arena. So I guess the idea is to get up to Castle Age as fast as possible. But the thing is, if you wall this much, there's a lot of villager idle time and a lot of wood that you're investing. And in the end, Viper clicking up first, selling a stone as well. And remember, Sicilians get 100 stone extra. So even after selling 200 stone, you still have 100. So you could still add a town center if you wanted to. And the Viper has just been slowly walling up a little bit with some houses here and there. But he's going to be in Castle Age way before Jordan at this rate. Yeah, Jordan is gonna have more villagers while doing so, of course, but still. Viper did get wheelbarrow. This is why the villager difference is this. I've been watching Age of Empires for 10 minutes, and my opinion is that elephants are so bad. I think you and a lot of people on the forum share that opinion right now. That elephants, I mean, they have some niche role to play here and there, but overall, as soon as the counter pikemen come on the field, elephants absolutely suck balls. Sorry for my French there, but I'm just mad at how bad elephants are against pikemen. Like, how bad they are. Like, I wish they were stronger. I wish they were. I want elephants to be stronger because it's such a fun unit to go for. I love showing up at the front of your base with 20 elephants and then see the panic in your opponent, right? As they try to get walls up to try to keep your elephant mass out and you run in there and kill their starting TC. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. No one sees it coming as well. Yeah. But yeah, they are not... Yeah, they have a lot of weaknesses, and I think it's the speed, right? The speed that is a problem. You know, they can't chase up with knights, so a knight player can easily run around then, and then also just the fact they get countered much harder than the knights do, and they do look cool. They do look cool indeed. Now, Persian war elephants is a whole different story, though. Persian war elephants are pretty damn strong. If you can actually get to a large number of them as Viper. Did he just wall in his units there with a house there, so he can drop a siege workshop? This villager has big balls right there. Like, this villager does not care that there is literal javelins being thrown at him right now. Does not care. He's like, I'll take care of this, you know. As Viper drops the siege workshop right in Jordan's base as well, as Jordan is about to get to Castle Age. About half a minute later than the Viper, and yeah, Viper just looking to push in with some pressure here. And Byzantines do a good job at this as well. You can spam a lot of trash in tandem with this as well if you want to do that. Oh boy, oh boy. And Viper, look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. He's not all in at all. He's not all in at all. He's just gonna drop to another TC. So yeah, Wong, is that you? I guess not, because that's another TC going up. And Wong, although he's gotten better at that actually. Like, if he Wong rushes now, because it has been nerfed since HD, right? With Celts not getting the speed in Dark Age, and also what was the other nerf? There's something else that got nerfed as well. Can't wait to see some castles. Burgundian castle is pretty, isn't it? It's pretty. I don't think we're going to get to see a castle for Jordan, though, because he'd have to go to stone, and he doesn't have a safe stone right now. Nope, he doesn't have a safe stone. At least I'm not seeing it. There's a stone right here. And, oh yeah, there's not going to be any castles for Jordan. He can't drop a castle right now. Mangonel going down, but it's a 1-for-1, I guess, with the skirmishers finishing off the kill there. Jordan getting wheelbarrow now finally as well. It is 42 to 40 villagers, but Jordan again in a defensive role here against Byzantines. And the thing is, normally what Burgundians would love to do is make some Cavalier, right? You get the Cavalier upgrade in Castle Age. It gives you 2 extra attack over normal knights. This is great. But as there's one skirmisher being annoying here. But camels. Sicilian player, I mean the Byzantine player will easily add in some camels that will deal. We'll be able to deal with your cavalier at length, especially in the Imperial Age. Once heavy camel comes out, cavalry is just not really a thing anymore for Burgundians. They basically have one of the worst paladins in the game. Although Byzantines have worse paladins because they lack that attack upgrade at the end. So what is Jordan going to do now? Evidently, he's going to drop a TC that he wants to get on the wood, but it can't because of the hills. Because of course he can. Yeah, he can't actually TC this entire wood line. It's just hills all around. He can't really expand to the left as well. You can't drop a TC right there because that's just asking Viper to trap down, well, to mangonel down your TC here. As Viper is just happily putting on some pressure on the front. He's 7 villagers ahead right now. Less idle time for him. It's just looking so strong right now. And also to the point where, what does Jordan do? And you gotta not just think, what does Jordan do in this situation, but also with the civilization that he has. Again, you go for mass skirmishers maybe to defend yourself a little bit. You have to defend with your own mangonels as well, but it's not looking too good. Not looking too good. You have a university now going up for the Viper, and this is also a thing, by the way. You always have to keep this in mind when you play against Byzantines. Fast Imperial play. We saw how strong Fast Imperial has looked for some players here and there, but the Byzantines get a 33% discount on their Imperial Age upgrade, so they get there really quickly, and I'm seeing those resources climb a little bit here. EcoKD is still 0 to 0. It's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, this is true. Jordan has not lost a single villager, and this is also a testament to how good he is as a player. Also going to go for a slight counterattack now, hoping maybe that Viper is not protected again. Actually, Viper is not protected at all right now. These skirmishers have buck and arrow. They could kill villagers. There's a hole right there as well. Let's look at the Viper's reaction time. Let's see. Okay, he hasn't noticed it yet. Viper did not expect skirmishers to come to the front. Was also busy microing on the front here. 1-for-1 on the mangonels as well. We have a conversion coming in from the monk here. Ah, that's annoying. Now the skirmisher is a traitor. Still no villager kills here. That's impressive. That's impressive. Even on this side, where Viper is kind of caught off guard by the skirmishers running in here for Jordan. And I wonder how Viper's going to deal with that. Looks like he might made a few knights here. Getting the cavalry archer upgrade because he only sees skirmishers from his opponent. Why not add in some archers then? I mean some cavalry. Oh, these villagers also escaping the sudden death right there. Oh, well, she's not so lucky, is she? Oh well, she's there. She's definitely really lucky. Still 0 villager kills, man. But this DC is close to going down there. Jordan's still repairing that, but that's a lot of wood to invest in it. Just saying, if you want to repair a TC to full health, as nice shot for Jordan, but Viper instantly reacting as well, gets the mangonel. Man, when does that ever happen? You know, normally you pop out. Ooh, as Jordan almost gets sniped by the mangonel shot there. Normally you pop out and you get the kill and then you get away with it. But no, Viper's like, yeah, 1-for-1, man, that's fair. Yeah, what I was saying about the TC, you have to spend double the wood that it costs to build a TC to repair a TC to full health. It's the only building that does that way. Normally it's half the wood price. Like say, for example, 175 wood for the barracks, so you need about 85, right? 85 wood to repair it. TC, you need about 500 something wood. 550 wood, I think. It's very expensive. As you have some knights for Viper, easily dealing with these skirmishers on the front. So the counterattack for Jordan is not going to do too much here. Jordan is going to get cavalry armor as well. I wonder if he wants to go for some knights then. But it's still 73 villagers for the Viper here. 67 for Jordan. Then why not build another one? What are you talking about building wise? You mean building another TC? Well, the reason is that Jordan wants to keep this TC up in the middle because that's where Viper wants to push in. And as long as this TC stands, these archers can't push through the middle because they would die to the TC fire. Ooh, Jordan, no! Getting close to losing one of his mangonels there. That's the thing. But knights, of course, are not going to have the problem there. Yeah, so like I would agree. Sometimes you always gotta ask yourself if repairing something is worth it, right? You know, what's my win condition there? Is now the knights come in to snipe the siege? Yeah, knights don't give a hoot about the DC fire, not at all. Yeah, and Jordan's just losing control over here. You know, he has to keep this DC up to keep this pressure out, but now Viper clicking up the imp as well. There's just no way. There's just no way. Jordan can't do anything here. He can't counterattack. He just can't. He can't do anything. He just has to spend all his focus right now defending the pressure. He can't even expand to the left. That's where all his resources are. His main goal, his secondary goal. He's been taking this goal right here, which is about to run out without much success pushing out. And as soon as Viper hits imp, I think Jordan is going to call it. But yeah, as for repairing, like what I would also tell you with that is, like, you gotta ask yourself, what am I preparing it for? Because you can't repair things to perpetuity, right? At some point you're gonna run out of rest, especially with castles. So, like, for example, if you need to buy yourself some time, as the first villager dying right there, the first eco kill of the game. Yep, the game is the best game to be a villager, I guess, but not this villager. And not that villager. Imagine, right? I always wondered, right, if you have a war, how crappy would it be to, like, die in the last day of World War II or World War I, you know? Like, die on the last day and, like, the next day it's peace. And you almost made it through 4 years of bloodshed. And then you die on the last day and then the war is over. As Jordan is laughing. He's laughing. And Viper is laughing as well. What are they laughing about, though? Outpost going down. I'm not sure what was the fun there. What did I miss? I had to check if your name was Doubt. Ooh, the shade being thrown here. Oh my god, Viper. You sneaky sneak. God. Viper is a troll though. I had to check if your name is Doubt, and Doubt is probably watching this game as well, going like, I would have done better than this. Because Doubt and Jordan, they have a little rivalry going on as well. Like, Doubt likes to make fun of Jordan. As Jordan is still trying, he's trying everything he can. He's building his Cavalier numbers now. But yeah, look at this. Viper knows exactly what's up. Knows exactly what's up. He's just going to get heavy camel. He's going to get absolutely slaughtered here. He's even showing the camels. He's not even hiding the fact that he's doing this. And Jordan is going to see a giant number of camels now. And it's like, monks as well. Byzantine monks which heal faster. For what that's worth. Jordan deleted his mangonel before he shot. Oh! Really? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna check that moment back after the game. Remind me. It's around 33 minutes. Yeah, Viper running in now with the camels. Crossbow's getting very close. Mangonel getting shots in here, and this is probably where it ends. And Jordan says, GG, well played. And look at how polite he is, man. It's not just GG, it's well played as well. You know, I love... Jordan is such a nice guy, man. He sounds like such a nice guy. I've seen him enough in interviews to know that it's not just an online persona. It seems like a really nice German guy there. But yeah, despite Jordan playing very well, not losing any villagers, I guess 4 villagers, right? But barely any villagers until a long time. But still, it doesn't matter. The pressure was just getting to him. And Viper, with 2 TC play, was able to get up to imp and just never let go of this pressure. And also controlling the stone and the main gold. I'm actually in the other order, of course. Yeah, it was just really difficult for Jordan to deal with. And he was out of gold. He was actually sneakily on this gold, which Viper could see. He could see it, so that was probably his next target after that. Poor Jordan. Now, if you don't mind, let's have a look at that moment where what you were talking about here with the mangonel. Let's see. Was it here? I think it was a little bit. Was it this mangonel? No, not that one. Okay, gets a 1 for 1. Was this before or after the moment? No, I can't remember now. I thought it was over here, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, no, the outpost wasn't down yet, so this is before. This is before. Yeah, villagers going down here. We have this mangonel's right there. Which mangonel? This should be the mangonel that he deletes then, right? If the outpost goes down a bit before. Oh, damn it, really? Okay, hang on. We'll skip a little bit further back then. Okay, it's 2 mangonels then. Must be this mangonel then. No, that's the knights then. A little bit further back. Over here. And... no. Shot then for Jordan. He's dodging over here. Is this the mangonel? Damn it, I really want to see that. I really want to see that. Speed up a little bit, dude. Oh, losing a mangonel over there. Let's see what Jordan does over here. Shoots, but gets the hit. Damn it, I want to see it though. Let's speed up a little bit more because I don't want to fall too far behind. Let's see. Is this the mangonel? Is this it? No, that's not it. This is definitely before here. Let's speed up a little bit more. We get that. And the knights take out the mangonels. Okay. Take out the mangonels over here. So I guess it's after that. I thought it was before this then. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually. Don't worry. We have patience. I want to see the moment because I actually missed that. I must have missed that. Somehow. It's probably going to be the next mangonel that comes out then. Probably going to be the next mangonel. Let's see. There you go. There's the mangonel. Mangonel. Is it this one? No, this one is good. That's a hit for Jordan. Okay. Still going strong for Jordan here. Let's see. Okay, Jordan, and now he's downhill, so this is a moment where you would normally normally delete. Ah, there it is, there it is, there it was. Oh, he was gonna shoot uphill and delete his mangonel, because then normally, you know, it cancels out the hill damage, right? But yeah, now, there you go, that was fantastic. Let's have a look at the statistics here. What was that? Let's see, like, if you delete your mangonel, if it's downhill, then basically the game forgets that the mangonel was downhill. So the shot, that if it lands, it does normal damage. Because then you can actually one-shot a mangonel that's uphill from you. But of course, you have to first shoot before you delete it, otherwise it doesn't work. So Jordan doing it in the wrong order. That was kind of funny. Yeah, look at that. So little military on the field as well. Like, a whole lot of military created. But yeah, for Jordan, the fights just were not very good there. Viper had the best of those engagements as well. And the economy for Viper slightly better, but enough, right? This is enough of a difference to get up the imp faster and just go up, and no damage whatsoever to Viper's eco. Jordan is weeping. Yeah, I mean, that would be kind of like 6,000 people are watching me, and then you delete a mangonel, right? You delete a mangonel. Oh, 14-14. I got it. Let's go, because I bet the next game is probably starting as well. We don't want to fall behind too much now, do we? Exactly. There's no point in discussing the statistics too much. Yes, we go to game 5. A game ending game if Jordan loses it, that is. So Jordan has to win the next game. He has to win the next game, but it just seems like the snake is just a tad too strong for Jordan today, between the two of them. It looks very likely that Viper is going to go to the finals, which was the expected result as well, you know, but still, we can't count out Jordan too much here, but oh boy. Oh god. Uh-oh. I've seen this matchup before. This matchup has happened before, not between Viper and Jordan then, but between Viper and MBL. You'll probably recognize this one as well. Now, MBL had a great game with that one, but still did not win there. Oh boy. You just realized the colors on the score? Really? Really? Wait, did I do something wrong there? Or like, do you mean the colors from like the player numbers? Because those have been there forever. That was there during Virgo Cup as well. Thought that was a nice little touch. Alrighty, well, welcome to the 5th game. Let me also update the score there. Oops, there you go. 3-1 for the Viper, and it's not looking too good for Jordan now, as he is down 2 games to the Viper here, and Viper has just never really let Jordan do a lot of damage here. And now Jordan has gone for the Vikings, and Viper has gone for Sicilians. Oh boy. Now there was one set that Viper played against MBL, which was also Sicilians against Vikings. And MBL, he actually managed to almost kill the snake, you know, even preventing him from going up to imp 3 times. Well, almost a 3rd time actually, by killing his town centers. As Jordan is gonna go for the lame. Nice guy Jordan is like, I've had it with this guy. I am going to lame here. Now Viper can see this. His scout is all the way out of position. This might actually work out for Jordan then. This might work out for Jordan. And no worry, Blake's Max. This is Sicilians. You're likely going to see a castle. Very likely that you get to see a castle. Castle dropping with Sicilians is a lot of fun. They build very fast, and Jordan is just happily bringing in his elephant. Now, what I would do is take in this elephant as well, or this elephant. Just you gotta probably bring in your elephants yourself, because Viper might go for the counter lane. And you lack some HP as well. Okay, only 1 hit on the scout, or maybe 2 uphill hits. That's good for Jordan, because at least if Viper tries to lame now, Jordan could still stop that. I should also call attention to the fact that the players are very close by the way. You know, it was lucky for Jordan that he found Viper that fast. As Jordan's scout is in position in case Viper wants to lame. Viper's now going forward to see where is Jordan. He knows it should be somewhere down here, but he's not exactly sure. Is he going to see the elephant and lame it, though? Let's see. Let's seize the elephant. Is he going to lame? Is it this Viper thing? No, the scout is there. I don't think Viper's going to do it. That would be such a power move, though. If Jordan's scout is right next to this, right, and Viper still tries to lame the elephant, that would be such a power move. Imagine that. I mean, it's 3-1 though. It's a great position for Viper to be in, but still, that's not a risk you want to take. You don't want to give Jordan away back into the series now. Although again, if Jordan wants to get back into the series, it has to be a reverse sweep, so he better start sweeping right now. Now, luckily for Jordan, he does have that extra elephant now with the extra food. The Viper's just kind of hanging around here, and Jordan might just actually get Loom here maybe to help himself lure this, because Viper might still lame this, might also still lame the villager. He's hanging out over here. Jordan doesn't really know what elephant to go for, and Viper's seeing what elephant is Jordan go for. Now sees, okay, Jordan's going to go to this one, and Viper's like, yeah, that's nice, buddy, but if you don't allow me to have my elephant, then I won't allow you to have yours. And oh, he's doing it! He's doing it! It's a power move. Jordan's scout is right here. Viper can see it as well. He knows Jordan is right here. Is he going to be able to get home here? Now, there's 3 ways to go about stopping this lame here. 1, you attack Viper's scout, but as a result, the elephant will keep walking. 2, you block the elephant to make sure it goes out of the line of sight for the Viper. Or 3, you block the scout for Viper to have the elephant, right? To have the elephant kill the scout. But look at Viper, just slowly making his way back to his base. Jordan narrowly dodged a shot there, and Viper counter lames at the right time just as his elephant went out. It is almost like he planned it. It's almost like it was calculated, honestly. The elephant just ran out. Bam. Yeah, he's flexing big time right now. He's not going to go back for the second. Okay, that's impossible because Jordan already got it. But unfortunately, of course, for Jordan, not extra food for him. Sicilian player will have all the food in the world that he needs to get up to the next stage here. And I wonder, what is the play here? Because Jordan has been doing archers just like Vikings Viper did. But the problem is now you're Vikings, and Viking scouts are absolutely awful. So now you kind of have to go for archers. Whereas Viper, if he wants to, he can make very, very dangerous scouts. And he's not on gold. Clicking up right now, not seeing anyone go to gold for now. He's going to go to this wood line. I wonder if Viper is going to be the first player this entire semifinal to open with scouts. I can't believe that this would only be the first time if it actually happens, because it's still 21 pop, which is a pretty late scout build at that. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's still just going to go to gold and go right to, you know, I mean, there's something to be said for it, right? Why quit when you're ahead? If something is working, you know, don't fix what ain't broken, right? If the archer opening for the Viper with drushing and things like that have worked out so far, no reason to not repeat that. Now, before players make it to the next age here, Jordan is going to go for some men-at-arms. Let's look at the wood lines here. We got some awkward wood lines for Jordan. He has to wall around the water as well. We got wood lines in the back, so there is some wood lines that Jordan can take, but they are far away from the TC, which is not a good sight if you are an archer player and you want to keep yourself safe. Viper now finding out, okay, Viking and men-at-arms incoming. I will be aware of that, and this might prompt him to go to gold. Yep, there you go. No scouts then. For the Viper, he's just gonna counter with some archers of his own as he clicks up in. He's up right now. There you go. Walling in his wood line as well, so that these men-at-arms can't get in. Jordan can't quite afford the third one, it seems. Or at least he hasn't made it yet, so I guess it's gonna be a 2 militia men-at-arm rush. Anyways, as for Viper's base, same problem as Jordan has. You know, 4 wood lines basically, but they are quite far away from your town center. So yeah, walling them in is probably a good idea. As Jordan, is he gonna get the men-at-arm upgrade here? I wonder if it's worth it, because you see the archer range already up. You know you're up later than your opponent. And it's Sicilians, so yeah, I don't think he's gonna get that upgrade right now. I don't think he's gonna he's gonna be like do the same thing Viper did, where he just made 5 men-at-arms and rushed in feudal age. I don't think that's gonna happen. Forcing some quick walls here on the gold though, and it's very difficult to wall in this gold mine because of this freaking hill. Like, could you tell if this is walled or not? Do you know where this wall is placed? I have no idea. I have no idea. As we have, I saw that, Jordan. I saw it. I saw that. That's a stable. He's gonna build it too. Oh, it's just like Nikov in the decider game against TaToH. He was to get up against what was it, Indians, and he made cavalry. He made knights with Vikings. Did not go well, unfortunately, and there's a good reason for that, because Viking knights are not that great. They lack bloodlines and the final armor upgrade, so really not that great. But, you know, maybe scout, something that Viper will not be expecting here. He doesn't know about the scout, but Viper, there's one thing that he does really well. If he doesn't really see what you're going for, he'll come forward and see, what are you on? Okay, he sees that Jordan is still on gold. He still sees the archer range now, so that confirms archers for Jordan, but he still hasn't seen the stable. Jordan hid that away in the back of his base. I wonder, is he going to expect that? They are shy indeed. Yeah, that's what we'll just say in this channel. If things are shit, they're shy. Damn it. I mean, I do actually end up saying shite a lot for some reason. I don't actually know why. I'm not like I'm not like Cockney British or anything like that. I'm not from Manchester. As we have Viper's first attack coming in here. These archers do not have fletching for now, so they won't be able to kill villagers quite easily here. There's the scouts for Jordan coming out now. Viper now, this is the first time that he sees the scouts. He sees 3 scouts now around, and this, of course, is his starting scout. But these two are not. Now sees this attack, knows my opponent has Vikings, and has gone for shy scouts. And oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, this is good for Jordan, right? I mean, skirmish is not that great against scouts, but yeah, spearman is easily made for the Viper. Of course, he's gonna have to awkwardly micro it away from the archers and the militia there to keep himself safe. As Viper still without fletching. Oh, actually, no, he just got fletching. Never mind. Still microing against these militia here, which have more HP with Vikings, by the way. I mean, if it's just militia, that doesn't really matter that much, but still, every little bit helps. Viper walling up the right side of his base. Doesn't want to let Jordan in on this side as well. Yep, that's fully walled now. Of course, if Jordan still forces down the houses, maybe with the archers he can stop Viper from falling behind. But yeah, Viper has put enough HP on these houses that I think that he should be able to defend. And Viper, despite being surprised by the scouts, as Jordan is doubling down on this as well. He's not just going scouts, he's doubling down on scouts right now. He's getting armor, he's probably going to get attack as well. He's made 6 scouts already. He's doubling down big time here. And Viper is going to drop another archer range. So he's just going to go to more archers then. I guess that's the plan. Now, unlike Sicilian scouts, your Viking scouts take full bonus damage from your opponent's spearmen. So, yeah, that's why they're not that great as Jordan. Yeah, has to run away from these spears right now. He wants to engage against the skirmishers. That is the plan. He needs to stay away from the spearmen, get his archers around to snipe the spears from the Viper. It's a very awkward way to micro around. One spearman going down, another spearman is still in there, goes down as well. Now it's just scouts there with upgrades. Again, these have armor. It's not the worst in the world, and Viper has to actually abandon the gold there. Viper about to take some damage, might lose a villager there as well. Villager escaping. Villager freaking escapes. Wow, yeah, this might prolong the feud lates a little bit, as Viper's getting infantry armor as well. Yeah, this might not, I mean, Jordan is definitely going to stay in feud lates for a while now, if he continues making scouts, that is. I mean, he's not making scouts anymore right now, you know, probably thinking it's going to be mostly archers now. At that point, my scouts don't really do that much anymore, so it's okay. Okay, he's dropping another archery range. He's probably just going to get some crossbows out as well then. The match says. Now remember that Jordan's economy is much better than Viper's economy, because Viper does not have wheelbarrow, Jordan does. So that the moment that Viper gets wheelbarrow, that's an instant 3 villager lead for Jordan for free. And until then, his economy is way more efficient, as you can see. Viper has way more archers on the field though, so yeah, Jordan still has to be very careful here. He wants to micro into this woodland and get some villager kills as well. Ay. It's a tricky situation. Army count is almost even, but still more army on the field for the Viper right now. Jordan not making scouts, so I guess he wants to go to castle lates then. And I didn't think Viper wanted to stay in feud lates for a long time either, as he is going to gold somewhere. Where is he taking gold right now? Ooh, gold right here next to a dungeon. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Now, of course, you know, the Viper, as Sicilians, you get 300 stones. So you get a dungeon, and you can still drop a town center in the next stage here. Like, you can still do that if you wanted to. And Jordan trying to bring his archer count up, but this is a lot more army on the field here for the Viper right now. I mean, Jordan is still okay. He's okay, but still, Vikings against Sicilians is a really difficult matchup for Vikings, honestly. It really is. As soon as the Halberd Cavalier come out, you have a problem. You have a problem because remember, Vikings do not get halberdier. They get chieftains on their pikemen, but chieftains gets nerfed in half by the Sicilian bonus because it counts as bonus damage. As Jordan is trying to micro around, tries to get his scouts in front. Now there's no spearmen over here. So these skirmishers for Viper are at risk here. As Jordan is the first to click up to the castle age, but Viper is going to follow suit quite quickly. He's also on stone to recuperate the stone cost of his dungeon. His gold is fairly safe here with this imposing tower in front of it. You know, it doesn't actually have more attack than a tower, but it does have more HP, and it looks fancy. Jordan for now alive. His gold is walled in a nice house wall that kind of extends around the gold, so it can't get ranged by archers as easily as it could if you wall to the gold. Jordan is also going to wall a little bit on the right side to keep himself safe, but the guy must be so nervous right now. You know, you're up against the Viper, you're down 2 games. This is a match point for the Snake as well, and you're Vikings against Sicilians. I mean, like, the best counter against Sicilians, honestly, is your own heavy cavalry. And that is just not what Vikings get. They don't get heavy cavalry. It does shoot more arrows, actually. It shoots 2 arrows, I think. Not right now, but yeah, if you age up, I think it does shoot an extra arrow there. I mean, that's kind of nice, right? But I still wouldn't say it's like a big improvement over the Watchtower, honestly. You know, the fact that it has more HP is then offset by the fact that I can get more villagers around it to knock it down because it's 4 tiles, right? So it's I don't know, it's just not dungeon rushing. I mean, everyone was hyped about that when Sicilians came out. It was like, oh, a new tower type, like that must be fun with tower rushing. And then pros tried it and it just didn't really work. So we have a villager going for it now for the Viper. That is not a misclick. That is, excuse me, oops. Oh, that is a misclick. Never mind. Viper didn't want to come forward then. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he thought that Jordan, right? Maybe he thought that Jordan was not in Castle Age yet. Yeah, he wanted to drop that Siege Workshop forward then, but now realizing, okay, Jordan is in Castle Age, he should be able to deny that. So let's drop it at home, right on this on the opening between these wood lines, and we'll just defend ourselves there. Town center going up in the back. I love this. This town center will go up quite quickly, 100% faster. So yes, actually sending 2 villagers, this town center will go up about as fast as when you build it with 4 villagers. That's the irony, right? The castles and town centers build significantly faster with Sicilians, as now Jordan and Viper meeting each other in the field there. Jordan sees that. Both of them have gotten the elite skirm upgrade as well. No, wait, actually Viper did. Yeah, he did get that as well. Getting the armor upgrade, but remember, that's the last armor upgrade that Sicilians get. This is a thing. Sicilians, if they don't have Halberd Cavalier on the field, they do struggle against Arbalest because their skirmishers kind of suck. Only 6 pierce armor tops on those. That's not a whole lot. Their Halberd Cavalier have 8 pierce armor. That's a lot better. A lot better. You know, so you can go for your own Arbalest as well. But again, you don't get the final armor upgrade and you don't get Thumb Ring, which Vikings also don't get. But the Vikings, of course, have the better economy to boot. You know, like to back that up. So we'll see. We will see. It's a close game. You see that neither player really wants to take a big risk here, especially Jordan. You know, he could run in here and try to get some value there. He might actually find these villagers out in the open, but you don't want to lose this army because that is immediately looking bad. Although it's mostly skirmishers, not so much crossbows here. As Jordan is going back, pulling his troops back as well. Oh, shot from the Viper missing. Hits the bull skeleton, well, the bull skull. Right there. Well, I guess there's a skeleton. Got some ribs over there as well. Like a water buffalo or something like that. In the middle of the desert, though. Huh. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, but again, both players not really going forward with their troops here, as we have 0 equal KD. 0 equal KD for either side here. As Jordan getting close to getting one. He does have ballistics actually. Viper does not have ballistics, so Jordan could technically out micro the ballistics for Viper if he, out micro the shots for Viper who does not have ballistics. If Jordan buying some food because he doesn't have, his farm count isn't high enough maybe to afford all the skirmishers and the villagers that he's making. Also wants to go to another TC in the back. Viper already is on 2 TCs. It's 56 villagers for him, 53 for Jordan. Jordan, of course, does have hand guard. Always keep that in mind. Pulling back to the hill as well, Viper kind of chasing that. So of course, he would be happy to kill this army there. I mean, it's mostly skirmishers. It's not that much of a threat. You know, it's not like a giant crossbow army like, say, this army right here. You know, as Jordan is, he's trying to go back home, but Viper is stopping that from happening. Also bringing in some mangonels of his own to stop, to destroy this force if Jordan doesn't pay attention here. And Jordan, He can... Either he stops on a hill like he's doing right now and turns around and fights, or he has to try to run back home. Stopping around, I mean, gets 2 kills, I think, or 1 kill, and then loses a few skirmishes as well. Yeah, still a better fight for the Viper there. Another town center going up on the wood line in the front here for Jordan. And also, yeah, he's building his siege numbers as well. Might push through the middle maybe against this siege workshop from the Viper at some point. But the problem is, your army is in the back of the map here, trying to run away against the Viper. And the Viper is trying to cut that off in the middle as well. And I wonder, oh, see that? Viper killed a scout here. So now Jordan knows. And look what Jordan is doing. He's going left. He's not going to go to the right. He's going to go straight back to Viper's base, who is dropping a town center right now, which Jordan could maybe deny or not. I guess not. What Jordan is doing, and this I am fairly certain about, is that he is about to click up the imp, and there you go. There you go, Imperial Age for Jordan. Viper, though, looking at the resources, he's going to be able to follow that quite quickly here. Yeah, he's not going to have trouble with that. As we have a fight in the middle now, Jordan's forces meeting up with those of the Viper, but still, looking at the KD, it just looks better for the Viper here. He seems to be getting more kills. Mangonels from the left, Mangonels from the right, and Jordan's in the middle, caught out in the middle of nowhere. Between 2 forces, it's a hammer and anvil here, and Jordan is trying to microwave, and maybe he should have just gone to the north and tried to hit Viper, instead of getting stuck in between 2 strong armies for the Viper, and now you're cut off from your main base. And that was said. The fight for Viper have been more successful, despite this mostly being skirmishes, by the way, with the full Castle Age upgrades. Jordan getting his wood upgrade as well right now, and the question is, what is the plan going to be? Is Viper doesn't click up, instead queued 8 villagers. Viper is on 4 town centers, by the way. 4 town centers, by the way. He's also going to stone, so I should imagine that's a castle at some point. So you will get your wish probably, Blake. Probably. That is, if Jordan doesn't resign before then. But I don't think Jordan is going to do that. He's going up the imp right now. He did just lose his army over there in the back of Viper's base, but still has the potential to push forward here. Viper has 1,500 gold. He could buy himself up the imp right now if he really wanted to. He's not doing it just yet. He's buying stone instead. And castle. There you go. A Sicilian castle. Let's see how fast that goes up. That's 4 villagers building that. And look how fast that goes up. Like, there's no need to commit more than 4 villagers for Sicilians. 100% faster building. And there you go. A Sicilian castle, just as ordered. I told you, Sicilians dropped castles, either in their own base or on other people's bases. Now, of course, this castle is essential because it will stall out Jordan on the left, but Jordan is going to be pushing through the middle here, hopefully with some Arbalests as well, which, of course, do not get Thumbring anymore. I know some Vikings players will probably be a bit salty about that one still. I wonder, what is the complementary unit going to be? Jordan does not have a castle. Is on stone right now, but can't afford a castle at the moment, so no trebuchets to push forward now. So instead, it's going to be capped ram. As Viper, but Viper hitting the right side and getting the first eco kill of the game. And the villager of Jordan, she bites the dust. And Viper's going to run away again because he doesn't want to fight that. He's not interested in that. He doesn't care about that. He's just like, I'm just going to draw your force to the right, make you distracted, so you're not pushing my base. But this time it is Jordan who is looking to trap this army for the Viper. But the Viper, he isn't cut off from his own base. He's just going to run right back under this tower as Jordan gets so close. If only you had siege engineers, man. You could have been able to do that shot. No, and I have to run away from the tower. Because it's still a scary tower, especially if villagers are in it as well. As Jordan, he's going to repair the mangonel, so he's going to start besieging the dungeons right now. Of course, the dungeon will go down to this at some point. Here's Arbalest. Yeah, I mean, I wonder, Jordan thinking about, am I going to run in here or not? Sees the castle now for the Viper. Viper's going to drop another castle now on the right. He's been heavily on stone as well. Jordan will want to stop that because it's going to stall out his push as much as possible, but this dungeon is still stalling him out, and it's a Sicilian castle. 6 villagers building it, and it will go up, I think. I don't think that can be denied. As Captram is coming in right now, but is it going to be in time? So Mangonel is taking out the battering rams on the front. Oh, Jordan, no! It takes so long to get those to the front. One going down, and the other one will go down as well. The castle goes up, and there goes your fast imp potential. And Viper, 20 seconds away, hits imp as well. With 111 villagers, Jordan only 90. Jordan is going to drop a castle on this hill. I don't think Jordan is going to just give up as he sees Viper makes it to imp, because... Or maybe? Is he? No. No, he's not going to give up just yet. And because it is, of course, the last game, you want to do all the things. You want to do everything possible to win the series here. It's still Arbalest here. And again, skirmishes for the Viper are not going to be that great against stopping, against stopping your arbs. As now Viper, he was trying to drop a castle down here on Jordan's gold down here, which Jordan might know of. He definitely sees the villagers go forward now, so I wonder if he's going to try to deny that. He can't see that castle, but he can see the villagers walk this way. He can't see that, so now he knows. Now he knows. Build something here. He's going to drop a counter castle. Yes, really good. Castle for Jordan will go up first. He's bringing in his arbalest to the left. Viper's going to commit some villagers here as well, but these are Sicilian villagers. They build castles much faster, but Jordan bringing in the arbalest from the right as well as Viper is doing as well. And Jordan is laughing, and he knows he can't get the castle up because it's just not fair. Look at that. It's not even close. Sicilian freaking castle builders work so fast. As Jordan's castle, it will go up, but at the cost of a lot of villagers as well. Castles go up. They're literally guessing right now. I mean, this is better for Jordan's castle because it will be shooting downhill here. I mean, Viper losing a lot of military. It's 6 to 9 military as Viper is going to drop another castle on the left there. Look at that. Viper's just dropping castles everywhere. If you were worried about not seeing castles, Blake, that's a lot of castles. I hope you're satisfied now. That's going to be 6 castles already then. I wonder, are they making petards now? No, it's actually a capped ramp going forward, a trebuchet coming out of this castle as well for the Viper. He's just going to start trebbing back this castle for Jordan, and Jordan has 7 military on the field. 7 military on the field, barely any resources. Your opponent is also on imp, and your opponent is making sergeants, is getting first crusade as well, and it's gonna be 35 sergeants making their way forward in a second here. I think Jordan, he played really well, but the thing is Sicilians should beat Vikings in late game. They should beat Vikings in late game. They just have all the options that you need, and Vikings, their strength is early imp. Their strength is early imp. If they can't push out with an early imp lead, you're going to have a problem. As one castle here for the Viper does go down to the trebuchet from Jordan. As now the sergeants making their way to your economy. They are going to be elite as well in a second. And look how tanky this freaking unit is. It will have 8 pierce armor in total once it's elite. Just look at it in a second. In 15 seconds as they become elite. First sergeants making their way. And yeah, now Jordan, if you can make some berserks, yeah, that would be pretty sweet. Berserks should still beat sergeants, maybe? I'm not actually sure. But yeah, look at that unit now. 85 HP, 8 pierce armor, 7 melee damage, and then 13 attack. Plus, plus if you get the last attack upgrade as well, it will be 15 attack. It's crazy. Absolutely insane unit. You even get bonus damage versus buildings as well. Yeah, trebuchets from the Viper coming forward. This trebuchet from Jordan about to get killed by elite sergeants as well. And yeah, you got elite sergeants all over your town. GG, really well played, bro. Take it home. And yeah, Jordan says it's over now. It is GG indeed. I hope Blake is here to see all the castles. Yeah, me too. Me too. He hasn't responded yet. There's lots of castles now when he was looking for it. That's unfortunate, of course, if you didn't see it. But yeah, lots of castles. Of course, that didn't save Jordan here. Like, his one hope was an imp push through the middle. But yeah. Yeah. It's so difficult, man, against Sicilians as Vikings. Because your one thing that you want to go for, it's infantry or archers, right? But the best counter against Sicilians is heavy cavalry. Paladin. Paladin do really well against Sicilians. Because you can kill their hopper cavalier. And combining that with... say your own arbalest if you can afford it, that is. But Sicilians are so difficult to counter because anything that you throw at them, it will get, if it does the bonus damage, it's 50% less of it. Yeah. And also just Viper's economy, 144 villagers, 99 for Jordan only. I mean, this is kind of how the game with MBL ended up as well. The Viking player unfortunately losing there. Well, Viper, just like Winchester, winning a set in 5 games there, and Jordan is unfortunately out of the tournament, and the Viper will go on to the finals where he will meet Winchester, and it will be the double V final, Winchester v Viper. I love it. That is fun to say. I mean, I'm gonna make a banner for that tonight. Winchester v Viper. That's perfect. They should immediately use that. Double V in the finals. The finals. Get it? With a V. Oh boy, we're gonna make a lot of V jokes here. If you've never seen V for Vendetta, you should know. If you've seen that, you should know. There's a whole lot of words with V that start with V that you could use. Like say that one speech that he gave was actually pretty cool with all the V's. Anyways, is there anything that Jordan could have done differently here? I mean, getting caught out in the open with his army over there was kind of unfortunate because as a result, he didn't really have a large ball of Arbalest, right, to push through the middle. And I saw that a lot of players seem to be reluctant, right, to go for a lot of Arbalest. You know, they like to make more skirmishes often than not. So it's not like, yeah, not like what I'm used to seeing, where you know players just go for a big ball of Arbalest and then and then they just destroy the opponent like Leary likes to do. You know, I mean, it didn't really end up working that well for Leary either, actually, with the skirm play from Winchester in the first set, so I guess so. For the rest, really well played by both players, but man, Viper is looking strong, but so is Winchester, so man, this is going to be a hype final tomorrow, man. It's going to be such a great final tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Just saying, that starts at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's, of course, what is that, 14 GMT? I think so. So yeah, definitely be there, either at this channel or the main channel. Either way, make sure you get to see that final because it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, much better KD there for the Viper, overall as well. Much better economy, 5,000 more resources right there. It's all the military difference in the world that you could do with that. More villagers as well. Jordan made a whole bunch of villas, but he lost 30 villas as well, especially to that castle push over here. Look at that. That right there is Jordan, right? It's Jordan losing like 20 villagers to a castle. Yeah, that was just not fair as well. Freaking Sicilian castles, man. There's nothing much you can do about it, honestly. Wow. Alrighty, well, congratulations, of course, to the Viper, and good luck next time for Jordan. You've already proved that you deserve to be in the top 4 now. Definitely, Jordan is back. Jordan has been back for a while, but he's back. He's just back. Alrighty, G.